Following is a presentation of Radio Greeneville Sports. The Gateway Ford Nissan Greeneville Football Game of the Week. Green Devil Football on 99.5 FM and 1340 AM WGRV. Also heard online at greenevillefootball.com and with the TuneIn app. Brought to you by
Green Outdoor, the Marathon Quick Stop Markets, Bailey Heating, Air and Electrical, Greeneville Federal Bank, Terry's Flooring, by Marsh Pro Paint, Hometown Realty, Roberts Furniture and Mattress Gallery, Roto-Rooter of Greenville, Ashley Drug Center, Johnson City Toyota, by Andrew Johnson Bank, Ace Hardware, your Greenville Energy Authority, Air Pro Heating and Cooling, Food City, Blossman Gas and Appliance, and by Gateway Ford Nissan.
The Gateway Ford Nissan Greeneville Football Game of the Week. Now, here's Ron Metcalf, Pat Crum, and Richard Tipton.
And good evening from Burley Stadium in Greenville, Tennessee. It's the TSSAA playoffs, and this is the quarterfinal round as the Greenville Green Devils host the Anderson County Mavericks. The road to the state championship continues tonight. It's Green Devil football presented by Gateway Ford Nissan on WGRV. We'll be back right after this.
For 50 incredible years, Andrew Johnson Bank has been more than just a bank. We've been your neighbor, your partner, your friend. From opening your first savings account to helping you buy your dream home, we've been by your side. We've supported local businesses, funded community dreams, and grown together. Thank you for making us a part of your journey, because helping friends isn't just what we do, it's who we are. As we celebrate 50 years, we're looking forward to the next 50, growing stronger together.
Hey folks, Lenny Lawson here, the owner of Gateway Ford Nissan in Greenville. And if you really want to save thousands on a new Ford, we've got your dream vehicle just minutes away, right here in Greenville, and online at gatewayfordgreenville.com. And how many of our Ford competitors
High School Game of the Week presented by Gateway Ford Nissan. It's Greenville versus Anderson County. The Greenville Green Devils, with the number one seed and home field advantage, enter the third round of the playoffs against a familiar playoff opponent, the Anderson County Mavericks. It's the eighth time in 9 years that these teams have met, and the winner of this game will advance to the Final Four, almost certainly against Alcoa, unless Red Bank pulls off an even bigger upset than Anderson County did against the Tornadoes. Lots to talk about as you listen to the B. Wilson Insurance Agency pregame show on WGRV and on our video stream on Facebook and on YouTube by searching for Green Sports Zone.
Hey neighbors, it's B. Wilson with B. Wilson Insurance. We had major changes to our prescription drug plans in 25, and more changes are coming in 2026. Whether it's a standalone drug plan or an Advantage plan with drug coverage included, you need to schedule a time to review these changes so you won't be shocked come January. Call today and schedule your free review at 525-4149. You'll be glad you did.
First, we're glad you tuned in. If you'd like to watch the action tonight, you can go to our Facebook page. On Facebook, search for Radio Greenville or for Green Sports Zone. or go to YouTube and also search for Green Sports Zone. And you can listen, of course, here on 99.5 FM WGRV. We're proud to team up tonight with Green Media. That is the Greeneville High School video program run by Nathan Hill. They do a fantastic job. If you've been to a Greeneville game this year and seen the video that's on the Jumbotron or seen some of the productions that Green Media is doing, those students are doing a fantastic job, and we appreciate teaming up with them tonight. So those of you that are watching tonight on YouTube and Facebook, you're seeing the video that is produced by the Greeneville High School students. Let's set the bracket tonight. The number 1 seed, Greeneville Green Devils, hosting the number 1 seed from Region 2, Anderson County. The Devils beat White County last week, 35-0. Anderson County beat Stone Memorial, 44-14. In Chattanooga, the number 1 seed, Red Bank, they beat Gibbs last week, 34-7. And after a close first half, Alcoa left number 1 seed Upperman in the dust with a 49-28 win. In the West, Region 5, number 1 seed, Marshall beat Dyer 41-14 last week. They will host number 1 seed from Region 6, Pearl Cone. They were 35-21 winners over Crockett County. And South Gibson, the number 1 seed from Region 7, beat Spring Hill 42-7 to advance, and they host Springfield, the number 2 seed from Region 6. They beat Lexington 37-6 last week. So of the 8 teams left, 6 of them are number 1 seeds. This game, a familiar third-round matchup. Greeneville and Anderson County have met in the third round 5 times, all since 2017. The Devils have a 3-2 edge in the quarterfinals, having won the 3 matchups here. Anderson County won both matchups there. They didn't meet in 2021 because Elizabethton won in the second round of the playoffs and on their way to a state championship. Greeneville actually won the conference that year, put Betsy in the number 2 slot. They went to Anderson County and won, and then advanced to the state. The Mavericks getting the number 1 seed this year out of Region 2 as they beat Alcoa in the last game of the regular season. It was a 31-30 win at Anderson County in a game that ended with big plays from Anderson County. It also included 260 yards and 4 touchdowns passing from J.D. Gillum, the son of head coach Davey Gillum. John David, a freshman, he was injured in the season-opening game against Knox Catholic. The Mavericks lost that game 28-7. He was out for the 5 weeks, including a 35-28 loss to Gibbs. Anderson County only had 83 yards passing that night, but since Gillum's return, he's thrown for over 1,200 yards in 5 games and led the team to the win over Alcoa. The only blemish in the first round for Gillum against Volunteer, he threw 4 interceptions, 2 of them pick sixes, 1 for 99 yards and another for 82. But he will be a name that you'll hear in East Tennessee football tonight and for the next 3 years. When we come back, we'll talk more about the playoffs, the opponent, and we'll look back at last week's game as you listen to Green Devil football on WGRV.
Power out? Not at your house. Lights on, fridge cold, family asleep. With financing from Bailey, whole house standby generators start around $136 a month. Make sure your power never quits, because when the grid goes down, your family is safe. Never lose power again. Schedule a free in-home assessment today. Visit BaileyGenerators.com.
Licensed and insured since 1991.
Life's better with Bailey. At Marathon Quick Stop Markets, they're always looking for ways to help their customers save. So this month, be sure to stop into your local Marathon Quick Stop Market and take advantage of these great deals. Dutch-made pies, 2 for $7. Any size fountain drink, 99 cents with any purchase using Quick Stop Rewards. Quick Stop sausage biscuits, 2 for $3. Red Bull 12-ounce, 2 for $5.25. All of this and more available at your locally owned and operated Marathon Quick Stop Markets. Run in when you run out.
Did you know that keeping up with all of your propane needs has never been easier? Marsh Propane has everything readily available right at your fingertips. When you download their app, you just create an online account in just a couple quick steps, and you have instant access to view your account information, pay your bill, and request a delivery. Simple, fast, and easy. Since 1966, Marsh Propane has been committed to a level of service that can be equaled by no one in the industry. They stand for quality and service. Contact Marsh Propane today at 423-639-7226 or stop by 253 Bayleton Road and see how fast and easy it is for yourself.
This Black Friday at Robert's Furniture Clearance Corner, the deals are bigger than ever.
Be one of the first 20 customers and buy a recliner starting at just $3.99. We'll give you a second one for free. That's right, 2 recliners for the price of 1.
Plus, don't miss our once-a-year savings throughout our clearance corner. Dining, living room, bedroom at unbeatable prices.
Hurry in this Black Friday only at the Town Square Shopping Center in downtown Greeneville. Roberts Furniture, where the best seats in town, are on sale.
The Devils play Anderson County High School tonight just outside of Clinton. Anderson County has 1,022 students. That makes them the 5th largest 4A school. White County, who Greeneville just played last week, is the largest 4A school with just 20 or so more students. A shift in the line between 4A and 5A. Anderson County might find themselves in another level one day, but for now, they continue to dominate the Knoxville landscape in their class. But for the addition of Alcoa, the Tornadoes opted to play up this year for a couple of reasons, not the least of which is that they are so good they feel like they can win at every level. Had they stayed in 3A, their conference would have included Meigs County, Sweetwater, and McMinn Central, and would have given them only 4 or 5 conference games. And it's hard to find somebody to play when you're as good as Alcoa. Just ask Anderson County. They had only 9 games on their schedule this year. So Alcoa moved up, and their conference games are all within a 30-minute drive, and they get 7 guaranteed conference games. The trouble for Anderson County is that you would assume that would automatically drop you down to the number 2 seed year after year. The Mavericks, though, showed that not to be the case with their regular season win over Alcoa this year. Anderson County head coach Davey Gillum in his 17th year as head coach, the former Maverick himself, 146 wins, 54 losses at his alma mater, leading them to their only state championship in 2022. As a player, Gillum beat Greeneville in the playoff games of 1994 and 1995, but as a coach, 2-7. Here at Burley, the Mavericks haven't gotten a win since 2004. Greeneville has an 8-7 edge win in the series, having won 8 of the last 10. But the Mavericks have won 2 of the last 3, including 2022 en route to their championship. Greeneville, coached by Eddie Spradlin, 65-10 in his 6th season. His playoff record, 12-5. The furthest the Devils have advanced under Spradlin, 2023, when they lost to Upperman, 21-14. The Devils' only blemish on this season is a double overtime loss to Sevier County. They got a first-round playoff win over Carter, 56-10. They beat White County 35-0 last week. In White County, they made the Devils work for it, harder than they had since the Sevier County game. They brought pressure on the quarterback. They forced the Devils to punt, and that's something that doesn't happen often. They forced a turnover. They made Greeneville go on a 15-play drive, one of the longest drives of the season. And they were just aggressive enough to put Greeneville off by about a half step. A pass here and there too high, a receiver here and there just a step behind or a step ahead or turned the wrong way. Hard to be picky in a 35-0 win over an 8-3 team. Arguably, White County, the best team Greeneville's faced, as we said, since Sevier County back at the end of September. And each week it's supposed to get harder and harder, and it most certainly will tonight. And for whichever team gets a win here tonight, they get home field advantage for a shot to play for a state championship. More when we return. We'll hear from Greeneville head coach Eddie Spradlin and Anderson County head coach Davey Gillum when we return on the B. Wilson Insurance Agency pregame show. Greeneville versus Anderson County on WGRV and on Green Sports Zone.
Complimentary oil changes and a lifetime powertrain warranty. Plus, you get our Love It or Leave It 100% satisfaction guaranteed vehicle exchange policy. And in addition to that, every vehicle we sell comes with a vehicle history report, so the history is no mystery when you buy pre-owned from us. See our inventory and pricing at johnsoncitytoyota.com. That's johnsoncitytoyota.com.
See dealer for details.
Can you feel it? Hear it? It's all around you. It's the air we share. At Daikin, the world's #1 air conditioning company, we're pioneering technologies to perfect and protect the air that connects us all. Even now, we're working towards reducing our carbon emissions to net zero by 2050, while developing new ways to make the air indoors perfect.
Air Pro Heating and Cooling is your local authorized dealer of Daikin Heating and Air Solutions, 639-5557.
When people think of Roto-Rooter, they typically think plumbing and water cleanup. They wouldn't be wrong, but there's also more to the picture. We do a little of this, we do a little of that. We clean things up and we check things out. Yeah, we may do both, but we also do a whole lot more. Roto-Rooter, yeah, we do that too.
emergency pregame show, the Greenville Line Game of the Week, presented by Gateway Ford Nissan. This is Greeneville versus Anderson County. How big is this third-round game historically? It's as big as the state championship game. Over the last 8 years, the state champion has played in this region's third-round matchup 5 times, 5 out of 8. 2 for Greeneville, 2 for Elizabethton, 1 for Anderson County. Betsy won this game and lost a championship in 2021. Greeneville beat the Mavericks 2 years ago, and Anderson County beat Greeneville last year, and those teams failed to advance further to the state championship game. But Pat Crum, this has traditionally been, at least for the East, a game that is in the path to the state championship, this third-round game, regardless of who's in it. And Anderson County and Greeneville have been traditional foes in the third round for the last 4 seasons.
Anderson County, Greeneville, and Elizabethton all have battled their way through this round, and what a great series this has turned out to be. Called the first game back in 1994 when the coach for AC came in. He was a running back, ran the ball for 160 yards against Greeneville right here in Burley Stadium. Jamie Chadwell was the quarterback, threw it 11 of 18, 205 yards. They spread Greeneville out, put 29 points on the board. Greeneville answered back in the second half with 20, but couldn't overcome a halftime deficit. AC got that first win, but since then, Greeneville has stood toe-to-toe with them. Leads the series overall, won 8 of the last 10. Is 5-4 in the playoffs, and that's what matters, and that's about as close as you can get it. AC hopes tonight to tie up this playoff series. Greeneville hopes to add another notch in the victory belt and see what they get next week, whether it's Red Bank or Alcoa.
It was a bit of a surprise to find Greeneville and Alcoa meeting here based on how the brackets were going to be this year. Greeneville has hoped and did win Region 1 with Alcoa moving up. I guess most people assumed, and I think it's fair enough, Alcoa, to be the man, you got to beat the man. Alcoa has won however many state championships, 19 of the last 20, or some crazy number, 10 in a row. But Anderson County had a great game plan and had some luck that night and played hard and got a conference championship in Alcoa's first year, and that's made it a tougher road for Alcoa. But then set this game as the third-round matchup.
Yeah, I remember leaving down there last year, and we said we'll see y'all in the second round next year. Yeah. We all thought that it would be a second-round game, but they played. Anderson County came back. The game, watched it this week, kind of reminded me of the Greeneville-Sevier County game this week. Alcoa just kind of let them hang around and do it, and let the other team make enough big plays that they came back and won at the end, and Anderson County was able to pull off that victory, and it was a heck of a football game when they pulled off. But Greeneville tonight have to try to stop the big play, because that's what they had against Alcoa. It was big play, big play, big play. The coach's son is the quarterback and missed 7 games, as you said, this year, but comes back from a broken collarbone, and we see why they were so excited about him. He was electric against Alcoa, and boy, he put the ball on the money and made some big-time throws.
Is this a game where the teams combined for 34 points or 64 points?
Yeah, it'll probably be in that 30 range. I don't think this is going to be a 10-7 defensive battle. It's going to be both of them putting some points on the board, but probably somewhere in between that 30 and 60 range. It's 2 electric offenses. Anderson County has got a heck of a running back in the backfield, a D1 running back in Thompson. Yeah, Thompson, 5'9", 170-pounder, but he's carried it 187 times, 118 yards on the season, averaging 9.2 rushes per game, but he's just as effective coming out of the backfield. He's caught the ball 34 times, 397 yards and a touchdown. He had a 99-yard reception against Alcoa in that game that really kick-started Alcoa's offense or Anderson County's offense and gave them belief that they could beat Alcoa. Got the crowd electric, and look for plays like that tonight by Anderson County.
Greeneville, Anderson County, about 10 minutes away from kickoff as you listen and watch Green Devil football on WGRV. We'll hear from Greeneville head coach Eddie Spradlin and Anderson County coach Davey Gillen when we return as you listen to Green Devil football on WGRV and Green Sports Zone.
Did you know switching to Blossman Gas and Appliance in Greenville is easier and friendlier than ever? At Blossman, we'll swap out your competitor's propane tank for free, delivering and installing your new tank with zero hassle. Want a new gas stove, water heater, fireplace, or generator? We'll deliver and install gas appliances too, safely, efficiently, and with care. Since 1951, our family-owned service brings comfort, reliability, and personalized support from ours to yours. Call 828-682-2118 today and experience the Blossman gas difference in Greenville and surrounding areas.
Life moves fast. Your internet should too. GEA Fiber is built for Greene County by people who live here. GEA Connect delivers lightning-fast internet for work, play, and everything in between. No gimmicks, no surprises, just hometown internet that works. GEA Fiber. Get connected. Connecting you to what matters.
Community-minded, just like you. Community-minded, that's for sure it's true.
You care about the future of this community. You grew up here. You've raised a family here. Your life is here. So is ours. Greeneville Federal Bank, member FDIC. Banking made easy.
Just like you.
At Terry's Flooring, we have quality products along with quality installers that can make your space look better than ever before. The craftsmanship that our installers bring to the job site is unmatched. Along with the great installers, we have a huge selection of hardwood, LVP, tile, and carpet. We know that spending money isn't that easy, but at Terry's Flooring, we care about your money too. Stop on in and see my Popsy at Terry's Flooring and allow him to save you money while enjoying the hassle-free experience.
Really deserving guys that can play for the state championship on the east side, and they're all three still alive. So exciting game tonight, but going to take a great effort from the Devils.
Anderson County, I won't say they were a sleeper of a team this year, but you know, they lost their starting quarterback early in the season, lost a conference game that they maybe shouldn't have, but then they get Gillum back. They beat Alcoa in the playoffs. That changes a lot of people's outlook on what Anderson County can do tonight.
Yeah, the quarterback got hurt in this, I believe, the second game of the year, and they kind of changed offenses. Now they're getting back to what they've been doing. He didn't play against Gibbs, got in a couple weeks after that, and they've continued to get better, and they're trying to improve from week to week to get back where they think they should be. And but tonight we've got to make sure we put them back to where they were before and losing games, and we need to come out on top on this one.
So like Greeneville, Anderson County tries to peak towards the end of the season. I think they have certainly proven they've done that. Greeneville's done that, and you get here to this third round. So what's the key for Greeneville to try to disrupt Anderson County and get the win tonight?
Big key number one, we got to get after that running back. He's a Power 4, got Power 4 offers, and you don't see many kids like that at run of the football, especially in East Tennessee. But we got to get after him. He can't just come out here and have a 200-yard night against us and think we're going to win the football game. We got to limit what he does, and we got to get after the quarterback. Power 4, got Power 4 offers, and you don't see many kids like that at run of the football, especially in East Tennessee. But we got to get after him. He can't just come out here and have a 200-yard night against us and think we're going to win the football game. We got to limit what he does, and we got to get after the quarterback. We got to put him on the ground, make him feel uncomfortable. When he feels uncomfortable, he's thrown quite a few pick sixes here, through some interceptions since he's been back. So we got to make sure we make him feel uncomfortable.
As for Greeneville on offense, defense, what do you want to do tonight? What have you worked on? What do you want to peak on tonight? We got to in the big games, we've established that we're a more dominant football team up front. We got to do that tonight as well. As we got to get the ball in those playmakers' hands out on the edge. Zayden Anderson's got to have a big game. Taryn Clarity, Cole Franklin's still got to continue to have big ones. He's had come on really strong this year and really in the playoffs, played really good football. All those guys got to touch it, but we got to have our running backs running the dang football for us tonight. How do you feel White County last week being such a run-oriented team, and you're able to kind of shut them down? They were a good football team. They were a good second-round opponent, and winning 35-0 against them isn't an indication, I think, of the challenge that they brought. How did that sharpen you for this week?
I think we've seen two really good running games. Carter, throws the football really good, but they got explosive running backs. It's been, Anderson County had a hard time containing them running the football. But we've seen two really good running backs, and we got to continue to, it gets even bigger tonight, but we got to make sure we're getting to the football. Can't miss tackles. Got to get some freaking dang turnovers for us.
Well, and to that end, the weather tonight, the showers have moved out for now, but could be some that pop out. You want to get those points early so you don't have to contend with that late.
Yeah, for sure. When you get an opportunity to score, you got to score in games like this. If we got to punt, we got to punt, but we got to be able to move the football. We can't be having 3 and outs. We got to, like I said, we got to establish the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, and we got to be the more physical football team tonight.
All right, Coach, thanks. The best of luck tonight.
Appreciate it. Go Devils.
With Anderson County head coach Davey Gillum. Coach, why isn't this a conference game? If Greeneville and Anderson County want to meet every year, we should just be in the same conference.
That would be maybe the only thing worse than the way it goes already.
Right.
Going into the offseason, they had changed the playoff brackets around, and I was hopeful that, maybe this game would start happening in the semifinals, but just the way it broke out this year, here we are again.
Well, you said last year when we talked before the game down in Anderson County that Alcoa coming into the conference didn't necessarily mean anything, and congratulations on welcoming them to the conference into 4A.
Yeah, well, I mean they're good, really good. We were really pleased with our performance that night, able to match up with them and give them the first loss in a decade or so in region play. But it does make it thicker is the only thing. Us in Greeneville, if you put on the film for either one of us, it's almost the same teams every year, same quality, same brand, same level of football. I think the 18 team for Greeneville's an outlier, one of the best teams I've seen in Tennessee history. I think my 22 team was an outlier, one of the better teams in a long time. Other than that, I could just put in last year's film. And so I think both programs have done a good job, and the communities, just hardworking kids, hardworking families showing up and doing it day after day, year after year for over a decade now.
It seems like both your program and Greeneville, especially this year, seem to be peaking at the right time, and I think that's been the key to the success for Greeneville, Elizabethton, and Anderson County to advance to those fourth-round games even. It's peaking at the right time.
Yeah, and, really I'd say it's probably as maxing out, I'd put Greeneville ahead of us. Really, I think they're, key senior players with a ton of experience over the last couple of years. Really seems to be stepping out right now. A lot of confidence at that quarterback position, receiver position. A really thorough passing game. It takes time and game reps, and I think I'm pleased with the progress, but it's still not we're a long way from being what we could be. So we're running out of time, though.
That's Anderson County head coach Davey Gillum. Moments away from kickoff. Greeneville versus Anderson County on WGRV, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan. The state quarterfinals up next.
With quality installers that can make your space look better than ever before. The craftsmanship that our installers bring to the job site is unmatched. Along with the great installers, we have a huge selection of hardwood, LVP, tile, and carpet. We know that spending money isn't that easy, but at Terry's Flooring, we care about your money too. Stop on in and see my Popsy at Terry's Flooring and allow him to save you money while enjoying the hassle-free experience.
Greeneville Federal Bank, Terry's Flooring, by Marsh Propane, Hometown Realty, Roberts Furniture and Mattress Gallery, Roto-Rooter of Greeneville, Ashley Drug Center, Johnson City Toyota, by Andrew Johnson Bank, Ace Hardware, your Greeneville Energy Authority, Air Pro Heating and Cooling, Food City, Blossman Gas and Appliance, and by Gateway Ford Nissan.
The Gateway Ford Nissan Greeneville Football Game of the Week. Now, here's Ron Metcalf, Pat Crum, and Richard Tipton.
The state quarterfinals, there are 8 teams left across the state of Tennessee. 2 of them playing tonight. The Anderson County Mavericks out of Region 2, the number 1 seed, and the number 1 seed from Region 1, the Greeneville Green Devils. Greeneville wins the opening toss and has elected to defer to the second half. They're going to put Anderson County out on offense first. Greeneville in their black jerseys and Anderson County in their all white with their blue numbers. Back deep to receive for the Anderson County Mavericks will be Jason Thompson. Kicking off for the Green Devils will be Samuel Gorley. Gorley, 45 touchbacks on 88 kickoffs on the year. He's 72 of 75 on point after. It's a full crowd tonight. Both sides nearly full here for the third round of the playoffs. As we're set to go, the winner advances to the semifinals and will host the winner of the Alcoa Red Bank game next week. As Gorley tees it up from the right hash mark and is set to kick it off. We've got bells, we've got horns, we've got whistles, we've got little clappers, and we're ready for the third round. Gorley gets his team set, ready to kick off. And the state quarterfinals are underway. Thompson watches the kick go halfway through the back of the end zone, and the Anderson County Mavericks will start 1st and 10 at their own 20. John David Gillum, the quarterback, a 6', 190-pound freshman, 89 completions for 1,341 yards, but again, he missed those 5 games middle of the season. Gillum has thrown for 15 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. He doesn't run much. That's the job of number 6, Jason Thompson. 187 carries, 1,718 yards rushing for Jason Thompson, 24 touchdowns. Wide receivers, we'll get to those in a minute as the Anderson County Mavericks are set to go. They'll move an H-back left, Marcus Brown. Hand off, sweep left to Jason Thompson. He'll get across the 25 out to the 26-yard line. And he's met and tackled there by Maddox Bishop and Zayden Anderson. 7-yard pickup on first downs for the Mavericks. They'll have a 2nd and 3 short yardage situation.
And sweep him to the outside, and he's able to get the corner, puts a foot in the ground, gets upfield. Good job of the corner coming up, forcing him back into the safety. Bishop making the tackle, but he picks up 7.
Damian Lavelle, the wide receiver to the near side. 2 wide outs right. Gilliam hands off to Thompson. He bounces to the outside. Tegan Begley is going to wrap him up right at the 30. It's close to a First Horizon first down as Anderson County gets just across the 30, and they'll have that first down. Just underway, first drive of the game, 11:23 left in the opening quarter.
Got outside the right tackle. It looked like it was going to be a big gain. Good job by the Greeneville defense, forcing him to go wide. Tracking him down for a 3-yard gain, but it picks up the first down.
Gabe St. John with 380 yards receiving to the near side. Jackson Price wide out near side with 190 yards. He's number 17 to Gillum's left. 1st and 10, empty backfield as Thompson goes out in motion. Pass across the middle. It's caught by Gabe St. John. Greeneville broke on it, but St. John makes the catch. He gets another First Horizon first down out at the 41.
Boy, 47 Begley had it red all the way. He comes over and gets a hand up, but just misses. Gillum puts enough power behind his throw that he zips it in front of the linebacker on the quick inside route. Makes the reception behind him and gets upfield before the safety. Bishop makes the tackle.
10-yard pickup for the Mavericks. Gives them another First Horizon first down. Gillum passing outside, a little bit out of the reach of his intended receiver, Damian Lavelle. Lavelle will run the ball sometimes, not as much as Thompson, but he's out at wide receiver with 413 yards receiving. That one just a bit out of his reach. It goes incomplete and will be 2nd and 10 for Anderson County from their own 41, the opening drive of the game.
Yeah, they've used Lavelle all over the place. Had to fill in while Gillum was out, injured.
But then tackled by Terry Clarity. They'll spot him out of bounds at, I'm going to say his foot actually stepped out around the 46. I thought he was closer to the 36. Jack Lister almost had him in the backfield, but it's a First Horizon first down for the Mavericks on the Greeneville side of the field with 10:23 left in the first quarter.
Bishop got out, was trying to play contain. He threw his arms up like he was getting held, but couldn't get the contain on him. He's able to turn the corner and get upfield.
Empty backfield for Gillum. Rolls to his left, looking to pass. Here comes pressure. He's going to just throw this one up. Greeneville was camped out underneath it, but Kane Ricker couldn't make the catch. A floater as Gillum had pressure coming from Justin. Threw it up. Greeneville could have had that pick inside the 10, but Ricker couldn't make the play on it. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
It was open early. He was thrown a little bit late as he was carrying out the fake in the backfield to get the play action. Quarterback had to roll out to his left by the time he was able to set his feet and throw it, Ricker had recovered at the safety position, came over, had good coverage on it. The receiver kind of became the defensive back on that play, trying to knock it away.
Jason Thompson in the backfield. Gillum pitches to him, left side and around. That's a hold. The flag comes in as Zayden Anderson makes a tackle after about a 3-yard gain, but the hold is what got him those 3 yards. So that'll put Anderson County in a 2nd and 10 back around their own 46-yard line.
Yeah, Bishop thought he got held when they ran to the outside the last time. This time, there was a holding at the line of scrimmage. Going to bring it back against Anderson County. They're very good on the offensive line. Just got the hands out, got a handful of jersey, and that time held it a little bit too long. You can hold it for a second or two, but was the defender's trying to pull away from you, you got to let him go. When the official in the backfield saw the shoulders getting turned and called it.
10:07 left in the first quarter, no score. 2nd and 20 Mavericks from their own 46. Gillum rolling out to his right, looking downfield for Damian Lavelle at the sideline. He gets the catch, and he gets it inbounds down at the Greeneville 42, so he gets the penalty yardage and 5 more back. Picks up 15, the tackle by Zayden Anderson. Forces him out of bounds. It gives Anderson County a more manageable 3rd down. It'll be 3rd and about 6. They need to get to the Greeneville 36-yard line to keep this drive going. Gillum will have 2 receivers left, Jackson Price and Gabe St. John. They'll take the snap, pass across the middle, wide open is Evan Pyatt, but a flag comes down to either stop the play or we got a timeout first. We'll see. We had a dead ball, false start, and that's good for Greeneville because Pyatt was wide open in the middle of the field. Would have had the first down, but the 5-yard penalty will take Anderson County out of a 3rd and 6 and put them in a 3rd and 11.
Yeah, had the first down and more. Had the first down and more. It was wide open over the middle of the field.
9:53 left, first quarter, first drive of the game. Anderson County will have 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Gillum at quarterback, Jason Thompson at running back. He'll go out as wide receiver. Gillum will pass this one high down the middle, has Pyatt in stride at the 5, and he can't make the catch. He goes incomplete, and Anderson County will have a 4th and 3rd. Kane Ricker is there defensively with Pyatt, but just out of Pyatt's reach. He couldn't make the catch. If he had, he'd have probably stumbled into the end zone for the score. And Anderson County instead will bring on their punt team, Jackson Payne, to punt. Lucky break for Greeneville on that.
Yeah, run down the seam and then cut it to the inside on a little post route, and quarterback laid it up for him to go get. Got behind the safety. It was just overthrown by maybe half a step. The receiver got his hands on it, just couldn't pull it in.
Snap back, and the punt by Payne, angled to the right. Zayden Anderson back to receive. It takes a Greeneville bounce, and it's down by Jackson Price around the 18-yard line. So Anderson County turned away on their first drive. The penalties certainly didn't help there, but they moved down the field at a pretty decent clip. With 9:27 left in the first quarter, the Green Devils have an opportunity to come out on offense for the first time tonight.
Yeah, 8 plays, 33 yards. They did a good job of mixing it up with the run and the pass on the season. They've thrown it for 2,000 yards. They've rushed it for 2,000 yards. Very balanced offense. We saw that same approach on their opening drive. Greeneville hopes to get them into having to throw it every down, but they're able to mix in a nice run, a nice passing option. If they complete the big one there deep, it's a touchdown. The Devils come out with the ball at their own 16.
For the Devils, handoff is fake to Maddox Bishop. Ball's going to keep. He gets across the 20 out to the 21. About a 2-yard gain. It'll bring up 2nd and 8. Maddox Bishop in at running back, 437 yards for Bishop. And Baugh with 996 yards needs another yard to go over 1,000 for the season. Reese Russell on the tackle for the Mavericks. 2nd down 7. So Baugh a yard shy of going over 1,000 yards rushing for the season. He has 4,212 career passing yards and 2,367 career rushing yards. We'll pass this one. He's going up top downfield looking for Cole Franklin in stride. 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Cole Franklin, 79 yards from Caden Baugh. Touchdown Greeneville with 8:41 left in the first quarter. The Devils strike big in first, and they lead 6-0 over Anderson County.
Well, most times on opening drive, teams will play their base defense and just kind of let you kind of fill the game out. That time, Anderson County had everybody up at the line of scrimmage, had both safeties pulled up. Nobody was deeper than 5 yards downfield. If you know anything about Greeneville in the season, if they see you playing up, they're going over the top and going deep. Greeneville was able to hit it with Franklin running down the middle. They're going to get a sideline warning.
Of course.
On the play. But Greeneville will put 6 points on the board with 8:41 to go in the first.
Jack Lister will snap. Parker Quillen will hold. Samuel Gorley, 72 of 75 for his attempts on the season, will kick. Snap back down. The ball is up, and the extra point kick is good. Greeneville 7, Anderson County 0. 8:41 left in the first quarter. We're back with more as you listen to Green Devil football on WGRV, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan, and online at YouTube and Facebook by searching for Green Sports Zone.
At Terry's Flooring, we have quality products along with quality installers that can make your space look better than ever before. The craftsmanship that our installers bring to the job site is unmatched. Along with the great installers, we have a huge selection of hardwood, LVP, tile, and carpet. We know that spending money isn't that easy, but at Terry's Flooring, we care about your money too. Stop on in and see my Popsy at Terry's Flooring and allow him to save you money while enjoying the hassle-free experience.
First, 7-0 over Anderson County with 8:41 left in the first quarter. Richard Tipton gives us a Nick Hershey Cardinal Financial scoring recap.
Green Devil scoring drive, 2 plays, 82 yards, took 46 seconds from the clock, had a pass from Caden Ball to Cole Franklin for the 79-yard touchdown, and the extra point by Samuel Gorley was good.
Nick Hershey can help you with VA, FHA, THDA, conventional, and USDA loans. Call Nick Hershey with Cardinal Financial at 423-329-4399. Your Nick Hershey Cardinal Financial scoring recap. Greeneville up 7-0 with 8:41 left in the first quarter. Gorley, his second kick of the night, will sail into the end zone for the touchback. Pat, a big play on the first drive by the Devils. Anderson County tried the big plays. Greeneville's worked.
Yeah, Anderson County had it there, just overthrew it by about half a step. A receiver couldn't pull it in. Greeneville comes back. They see the defense cheating up. They go over the top. Cole Franklin, who has become such a dangerous wide receiver for Greeneville over the year. Anderson and Clarity get all the defensive attention, but Franklin now 25 receptions on the season for right at 600 yards and 8 touchdowns. He's having a heck of a season, and he is such a dangerous threat as well.
And off, Jason Thompson tries to bounce to the outside to the right. He's going to get positive yardage every time he goes out of bounds after a 5-yard gain. Greeneville would be lucky to stop him for no gain, Pat. He's going to, he comes in averaging almost 10 yards per carry, and certainly key to that running offense. If he gets 5 there, it'll be 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, he's such a weapon. At Bearden last year, one of the kids that transferred over after they lost their coach, came in, and he's had one heck of a season at Anderson County, over 1,700 yards. He said averaging almost 10 yards a carry. He's an incredible weapon. A big game against Alcoa. He's had a big season.
Gabe St. John to the near side. Gillen flushed out of the pocket, has to throw it off right. He tries to dump it off to Thompson, and it goes incomplete. He was looking this side. He had pressure, though, from Maddox Bishop, and he just had to dump it off for Thompson, his running back who'd gone out at receiver. Brings up 3rd down 5. A big 3rd down here for the Devils. They can get a stop here. They can see some real momentum. Anderson County can't let the game get away from them, nor could Greeneville at this point. 10 tonight to show they can be just as loud, and it does for Anderson County just what they do to teams that play down there. It causes them to flinch, and the 3rd and 5 becomes a 3rd and 10, and Pat, that's on the 12th man right there.
Boy, Greeneville's tried to answer. It's really the train horn. The train horn there in that Sevier County, that is a weapon, and Greeneville's tried to answer it with a lot of noisemakers on their own tonight.
So now it's 3rd and 10 for Anderson County. Empty backfield. Gillum on 3rd and 10. Here comes pressure. He throws it out to Jason Thompson. Thompson at the 20 is tackled. He's hit, bounces off, hit again, bounces off. He won't go down. A flag comes in, which you would think is a hold. You hope it's not a face mask.
Well, you hope it's not a face mask. It's thrown right on the pile, right where it happens. A lot of times that is a face mask.
As long as it was taken to get him down.
What a running back. I mean, that was Begley that had him lined up and had a big hit on him. Face mask against the Green Devils is going to be the penalty. Greeneville was set to get off the field right there and gives up a face mask on a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Gives Anderson County a first down.
They had Jason Thompson hemmed in, and somebody just got a hold of his face mask, and it cost the Devils 15 yards. And
if he'd have gone down, they wouldn't have had to grab it.
Right. It's the first rise and first down for the Anderson County Mavericks. Out at the 35. 8:06 left in the first quarter. Greeneville leading 7-0. Gillum shifts Jason Thompson to his right. He's got 3 receivers out to the right. He'll take the snap. It's a little high. Rolls right, looks left for a receiver, and it goes incomplete. Damian Lavelle was the intended receiver, and he was covered, double coverage by Zayden Anderson.
Just glad Zayden got up. Zayden's playing defense on that play at the line of scrimmage, reads it all the way, comes up, and it's Charles Humphrey. Another one of those transfers that comes in, 6'7", 310. He's a Texas Tech commit. Big offensive lineman, and he saw a free shot at Anderson and took it.
Second down 10 for Greeneville. Anderson County gets set, then they come out of the set to look to the sideline for the plays. Then they get reset. 3 seconds on the play clock. 2, 1, 0, and Anderson County calls a timeout. They were
the right guard the right guard's who's setting the line, and the left side of the line couldn't hear it. And he actually walked over to tell them what the play call was, and the clock was running out, so they had to use a timeout.
Timeout on the field will take it as well. 7:53 left in the first quarter. Greeneville leading 7-0. Back with more as you listen to Greeneville football on WGRV.
So don't wait to get your home ready for the cold with propane from Marsh Propane. Family owned and operated, Marsh Propane has been serving the region since 1966. Whether you're building a new home, switching over to gas heat, or just want to change your provider, Marsh Propane makes it fast and easy. Heating your home and water, cooking, or relaxing with your family. You'll never be let down by the dependability of gas. Fight the chill year-round with Marsh Propane. Service, safety, dependability.
Contact Marsh Propane today at 423-639-7226 or stop by 253 Bayleton Road and see how fast and easy it is for yourself.
Quiet, peaceful night in Greeneville, Tennessee until they get ready to snap the ball as the Greeneville crowd is bringing it tonight. The Devils lead 7-0, 7:53 left in the first quarter. Anderson County has to burn a timeout as the Green Devil crowd making their presence known tonight. 2nd and 10 for the Mavericks. Handoff goes to Jason Thompson on the inside. He'll get about 4 yards, stretches out to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 5-yard gain, and it'll bring up 3rd and 5. Greeneville had Anderson County in a 3rd and 5 on the previous drive. Anderson County comes quickly to the line now. Loud as Gillum empties the backfield on 3rd and 5, looking to pass near side, a floater to Lavelle. He goes out of bounds. Zayden Anderson is there defensively, but the ball goes well out of bounds, and Anderson County will punt on their second possession.
Well, the young freshman quarterback had one-on-one on the outside, and he wanted to give it a shot. Zayden Anderson was running step for step, nowhere to fit it in. He just threw it out of bounds. Lived to play another down.
Jackson Payne back to punt for the Mavericks with 7:25 left in the first quarter. Greeneville leading 7-0. Zayden Anderson back at his 23-yard line to receive, and a whistle. Everybody's pointing at everybody else. So we got Tegan Begley's got to come off because of his knee pads. Yeah, so I guess we hadn't had one of those tonight.
Ty Ryden comes in to fill in for him.
So back to punt formation on 4th and 5. Snap back to Jackson Payne. Oh, it was blocked. Jude Dyer, the flag's going to come down. The official flew the flag.
The official saying he didn't touch it. Everybody in Burley Stadium saying it was blocked. The official saying he ran into the punter. But now
all right, we're going to pick it up.
The umpire comes over and says that ball was blocked.
Jude Dyer comes through, blocks the punt. And the Green Devils will take over 1st and 10 in Anderson County territory, leading 7-0 with 7:16 left in the first quarter.
The official was just looking, the wideout was just looking to see did anybody make contact with the punter. He saw that Greeneville did make contact with the punter, but they blocked the football first.
And that's what the side judge told him, and they made the right call. So Greeneville will get it. They're trying to decide where to spot it. Now a flag comes in over on the far sideline from an Anderson County coach, and that's not going to be a get-back coach issue. That's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct. The official was getting an earful. So wherever Greeneville was going to get the ball, they're going to get it 15 yards down the field from there.
Yeah, I guess they're arguing the point that it wasn't blocked, but
all right, dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on Anderson County. So Greeneville was going to have the ball at the 35. Now they have a First Horizon first down on the doorstep of the East Tennessee Rentals red zone, right at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, in a game like this, you can't do that. You can't get that penalty. I know you're trying to take up for your players. You're trying to set the tone and let them know that you think they missed the call. Man, that's a big difference. That's a big difference, getting the ball at the 35-yard line or taking it over in the red zone.
Or if you get the punt off, having Greeneville back at their own 30 if there's no return versus at your 20. 7:16 left in the first quarter. Greeneville leading 7-0. Now they're right in front of the Anderson County band, who's striking it up tonight and going to do a little bit of crowd noise of their own. Caden Baugh out of the shotgun will take the snap. He's going to keep, tries to bounce to the outside, and is going to be thrown for a loss, maybe stopped a yard short. Carnell Mills, the nose guard, 300-pound junior, will make the tackle for a loss of 2.
Yeah, Caden thought about bouncing it to the outside. He saw an Anderson County defender there, so he just tried to take a minimal loss around the line of scrimmage. But I'm not sure he wants to get slung down by a 6', 304-pound defensive lineman.
Anderson, Franklin, Clarity out left. Greeneville's going to lose 4 on that as Baugh tries to keep. And Anderson County brings the pressure and puts Greeneville in a second straight loss. It's 3rd down 13.
They're good against the run. Watched them against Alcoa, man. They get up at the line of scrimmage, and they will hem you in. You've got to be able to throw the ball to beat Anderson County. They are strong on that defensive line. They go with a 5-man front. And they walk up everybody to the line of scrimmage.
3rd down 13, and the Green Devils want a timeout. We'll take it as well. 6:06 left, first quarter. 7-0, Greeneville leading. They have a 3rd and 13 at the Anderson County 23 when we come back. As you listen to Green Devil football on WGRB, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan.
Surprise someone with the Big Green Egg Grill this holiday season from Ace Hardware. Save $150 on the large egg package and $200 on the extra large egg package, valid November 19th through December 24th. Also save 20% on Big Green Egg accessories, sauces, and rubs from now until Christmas Eve. See store for details. Savings on in-stock items only. Happy holidays from your neighbors at Ace, the helpful place, 1023 West Main Street in Greeneville. Main Street in Greeneville.
Back at Burley Stadium, when the Green Devils call a timeout after 2 straight plays of lost yardage. They go for the Green Devils. Gorley is 2 of 3 on field goals with a long of 37. We've got a 7-0 lead with 5:50 left in the first quarter, 3rd round of the playoffs. And Gorley comes on for the try of the field goal.
Greeneville gets the punt block. This is where that penalty against the sideline for Anderson County is very pivotal. I don't know if I can spit it out.
That word.
But exactly. He gets it down now. 4th down and 6, but Gorley's in great position to put this through.
32-yard attempt for Gorley. Jack Lister's snap is high. It's a fake. Gorley's going to peel left. He's got to make the turn, and he doesn't make it. But a flag comes in. We'll see what the flag is. It was thrown by the referee from far away as Gorley on the fake tried to sweep left. He got about 7 yards, but he needed 13. We'll see what the penalty is. Anderson County thinks it's against Greeneville. And Greeneville acts like it's against Greeneville.
It was thrown right where a block was to the outside. Greeneville goes with the fake field goal. Tried to sweep it to the outside. They pulled everybody to the left. It looked like they had a wall of blockers, but they couldn't contain it. Anderson County gets to the outside, knocks Gorley out.
So the Mavericks bring the heat on defense and stay in the game as Greeneville had a golden opportunity that they let miss and slip away. They had it 1st and 10 at the East Tennessee Reynolds 20-yard line. The Mavericks hold, and the Mavericks take over at their own 17 with Greeneville leading 7-0. Fumble, ball on the ground, and Gillum falls on it. A missed exchange between he and Jason Thompson, and he falls on it for a 6-yard loss. Greeneville leading 7-0, 5 minutes left in the first quarter.
Yeah, just didn't get it put in the mesh point. They just missed each other, and Gillum let go of the football. There were no hands to get it. Ball goes on the ground, and good job by Gillum of getting over and falling on the football, but it's a loss. Brings up a 2nd and 13.
2 receivers left. Jason Thompson handoff, sweeps right. Gets about 3 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 11. So big 3rd down again here for both Greeneville and for Anderson County. And Greeneville needs that crowd noise they had just a few minutes ago to get riled up here. Ball on the right hash mark. Jackson Price is the wide receiver left. Also coming out near side will be Evan Pyatt and Gabe St. John. Damian Lavelle, receiver on the short side of the field. Snap back, Gillum looking to pass, empty backfield with time on 3rd and 13. He's got his man, Jason Thompson, out for a First Horizon 1st down. Just ahead of the sticks, he gets the catch at the 29-yard line. That he needed the 27. He got the 29. It's a 13-yard pickup and a First Horizon 1st down for the Mavericks with 3:58 left in the first quarter, and Greeneville leading 7-0.
No pressure on the quarterback. AC got it blocked beautifully, let him stand in the pocket. He was able to look, and delivered it right on the money into the sidelines, moves the sticks.
Marcus Brown at H-back right, 2 receivers left. Thompson in the backfield. 1st down, Mavericks. Gillum to pass, deep downfield, wide open, Damian Lavelle. Nobody's with him, and he can't catch it. Broken coverage by Greeneville. Lavelle didn't have anybody within 10 yards of him, and he couldn't make the catch. Greeneville busted defensive coverage there, and lucky they didn't give up the big play.
Nobody at home for the Green Devils, and just running free. And as you said, that's the hardest ball in the world to catch. All you've got to do is catch it, and you know you've got a touchdown, and the ball was hanging up in the air. Just didn't get his hands together. Was fighting that football as it was coming down. You could see him. Didn't get the elbows together, didn't get the hands together. The ball goes to the turf, and Greeneville gets a break.
Zayden's fast, but he's not that fast. Oh, here comes Tegan Begley in to make the first stop on Jason Thompson. But finally bringing him down is Lath Ivy. It was Begley coming with heat that caused Thompson to move, and Ivy's there to make the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 9 at the 30.
Well, Thompson's carried it 7 times for only 37 yards so far in this first quarter. Greeneville doing a good job trying to hem him in.
3:09 left, or 3:02 left, first quarter. Greeneville up 7-0, a 3rd and 9. 13 seconds on the play clock. Anderson County still getting the play. Now there's 9, 8, 7, 6 as Gillum comes to the line with 5, 4, 3. They're going to get the snap off, but it's going to be close. They moved. Greeneville, the officials did call it for the false start, or they're going to give them the timeout. Which got called first? The false start. So the 3rd and 9 becomes a 3rd and 14. The right guard, Vance Young, flinched just a little, enough. And I think Thompson had gone a little bit early, too.
Crowd making a difference here tonight in Burley Stadium. What is that now? For Anderson County, they've been penalized 5 times, 39 yards. I think 4 of them have been false starts.
2:44 left in the first quarter. 3rd down, 14. Mavericks from their own 25, trailing 7-0. Empty backfield as Thompson goes out wide, receiver Gillum. Back to pass. Looking, throws to the outside, slips maybe a little bit as he tried to throw, and Leavell, I think, slipped a little bit as he tried to plant. Zayden Anderson is there defensively, and the Mavericks will be set to punt it away again. The last time it was blocked by Jude Dyer. Greeneville had it at the 20, lost ground, and tried a fake field goal. Gave it back to the Mavericks, but Anderson County can't make hay either while it's raining. So we're back to where we were.
Little out route. Anderson had it covered, but a good job by Jack Lester. He really was in between the quarterback and the receiver, and that caused the ball to be an errant throw.
Punt is away. This one's a low one. Zayden Anderson won't field it. It bounces at the 40. Takes a good Anderson County roll inside the 30 down to about the 26. So the Green Devils will start 1st and 10 after the 48-yard punt. They'll start at their own 16-yard line with 27-yard line with 2:28 left in the first quarter, leading 7-0.
You feel like last possession, you left some points out there. Greeneville rolls the dice, goes with a fake field goal after getting a blocked punt and a personal foul penalty on the coaching staff. For AC sets them up at the 20-yard line. They end up not getting any points out of it. Now they're backed up deep in their own territory, 27-yard line. Looks like they're going to have to throw the ball tonight. Anderson County is tough against the run.
Jude Dyer in the backfield gets the handoff. He bounces it to the outside, gets a good block downfield, and gets thrown down at the 36, 37. Let's see if it's enough for a first to rise and first down. As you even say that, Pat, Greenville's got a 10-yard gain on the run.
Dyer checks into the game, and he's got a little burst of speed to the outside. Greenville's not been able to get anything to the outside. Been running between the tackles. That time Dyer breaks it off the right tackle, gets to the outside, races to the sidelines, and gets Greeneville a first down.
First to rise and first down. Handoff, Dyer again, right up the middle. He's got 5, he's got 6 out to the 43-yard line. Running right behind his center, Caden Cox and Lath Ivy and Dylan Hartman. He'll get 6 yards, and it'll give Greeneville a 2nd and 4. Minute 44 left, first quarter. Greeneville leading 7-0. Handoff, Dyer trying to pick his way on the inside. It's not going to be there this time. As Anderson County's Noah Ridenauer comes in, makes the tackle after a 1-yard gain. That's going to be 3rd and 3. Greeneville has to get out to the 47-yard line for the first down.
Yeah, it looked like a little slant blitz by the Anderson County line. They slid down the line. Greeneville couldn't get him cut off. They're able to get good penetration and wrap him up before he can get to the line of scrimmage.
Tegan Begley comes in. He gets the handoff. He spins out of the tackle at the 50 on his feet down to the 45. First to rise and first down, Tegan Begley. Spun out of the tackle of Yashawn Campbell and gets that extra yardage and gets a first horizon first down.
Reese Russell, the safety, came up at the line of scrimmage to make the hit, and he's thinking, this is the big diesel. This is the big power back. We're about to have a huge collision, and he gives him a little spin move and gets completely away.
Ball's going to keep this time. He's going to get 6 yards on that carry down to the Anderson County 37-yard line. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. A 5-yard gain. Make it 6, 2nd and 4. Greeneville needs the 29 for a first down. Wide left will go Zayden Anderson, Cole Franklin, and Taryn Clarity. Tight end right, Colton Smith. And second down, the snap to give Begley. He's got the first down. He's got more. He's got a flag comes in 25 yards behind Begley. A flag comes in. Begley is inside the 20 when the flag's thrown at the 35. And this will come back on a hold if that's what you expect there. And it was so unnecessary. It is a hold against the Devils.
It was thrown, it was thrown. I don't know if he couldn't get the flag out of his pocket, but Begley was a good 20 yards.
Sure, you're not inside the East Tennessee Reynolds red zone. And the whistle will start the clock running, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. But you got some hope going into the second. You had opportunities that got away from you. Now you're finding a little success with the run game, and the second quarter is a minute away. 7-0 at the end of one. Back with more as you listen to Green Devil football on WGRV, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan.
In 1975, we opened our doors with a single mission, serving our neighbors right here in East Tennessee. We adapted as the world changed. For 50 years, the world has changed in ways we never imagined. Through every challenge, every triumph, and every moment in between, we've stayed strong. And as we look ahead, one thing remains the same. At Andrew Johnson Bank, helping friends isn't just what we do, it's our business.
At many dealerships, you get what you'd expect. Games, gimmicks, and shady sales tactics. At Gateway Nissan in Greeneville, expect the unexpected. Low prices, convenient service, and a great buying experience.
Get our Gateway exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty.
No worries for life.
You deserve the unexpected. It's the #1 reason you gotta get to Gateway.
Shop online at GatewayNissanGreeneville.com.
Or take the super short drive down Highway 11E to Gateway Nissan in Greeneville.com.
Back at Burley Stadium where the Green Devils start the second quarter leading 7-0. And a 2nd and 10. They need the Anderson County 29 for the first down. Jude Dyer at running back. He'll get the handoff. He's going to be hit for a loss of 2. Tackled by Jackson Davis. First quarter stats, Pat.
The first quarter, Greeneville on the ground, 11 rushes, 44 yards. Through the air, 101 passing, 79 yards and a touchdown. 12 plays, 123 yards of offense for the Green Devils. For the Anderson County Mavericks, on the ground, 8 rushes, 34 yards. Through the air, 4-12 passing, 37 yards. Total offense, 20 plays, 71 yards. Greenville's picked up 4 first downs, Anderson County 5. Greeneville penalized 2 times, 25 yards. Anderson County 5 times for 40.
Ball tries to keep. He's going to be hit for no gain by Jackson Davis. And it wasn't there on the inside, and Greeneville is going to have a 4th down and 13 at the Anderson County 43-yard line. Leading 7-0. They had some success with the run, but the last 2 plays the Anderson County Mavericks have stuffed, as they did on the previous drive, and now Greeneville set up to punt. Back deep to receive for Anderson County is Jason Thompson, number 6. Greeneville faked it on the last punt. I doubt they do that
Field
2
goal.
times in a
Field
row.
goal.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, on the field goal. Last special teams attempt. Nice high hanging angled punt. Bounces at the 10, rolls inside the 9, and is down at the 1-yard line.
Hopefully.
Anderson County has 99 yards and 2 feet to go as Jack Lister gets down there, keeps it from going into the end zone.
And that is huge play. Anderson County against Alcoa has a goal line stand. They come out, they bring the running back out of the backfield, and they line him up as a wide receiver. They get in a heavy set. Looks like that they're going to just run it out of the end zone, and they chuck it deep. And Thompson's able to chase it down. He goes 99 yards for a score. Hopefully the Green Devils
They saw that.
saw that on film.
Greeneville leads 7-0. 10:35 left in the first half. The Anderson County Mavericks 1st and 10 from their own 1-foot line. That's where the punt was down. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Jason Thompson standing in the backfield. We're actually in the end zone. The pass is complete. Left side, Marcus Brown, the H-back. He'll get out to the 5, stays on his feet, fights out to the 9. Good run after the catch and good athleticism by Marcus Brown to pick up some yard and get some breathing room on first down. Jude Dyer with the tackle, but Marcus Brown is going to pick up 7 there and give them a 2nd and 3 out at the 10. That's a whole lot different than 2nd and anything at your own foot line.
Dyer had him for looked like it was going to be about a 3-yard gain. He just kept fighting. Greenville's safety came over to help finish him and just whiffed on the tackle, and he gets away. Good job by Dyer holding on to only make it an 8-yard gain.
Damian Lavelle, wide receiver left. Handoff is faked. J.D. Gillum rolls out to his right. He's just going to dump it off. Jude Dyer makes the tackle. Real close to that first down marker. I think it's going to be a First Horizon first down as the catch is made by Marcus Brown. And it is a First Horizon first down out at the 14-yard line. 9:38 left in the first half. Greeneville leading 7-0. They had Anderson County pinned back at the 1-foot line, and the Mavericks have moved out now to the 13.
I think the stat of the first quarter, Greeneville is 1 of 1 passing. They're trying to stick with the ground game right now and see if it opens up, and it did a little bit. The holding call brought it back.
Empty backfield. First down, Mavericks. Gillum looking to pass downfield. He's going high for the home run hit, or the home run play. He had Jason Thompson in stride, and the ball was perfectly placed. Terry Clarity playing great defense, but it was just as much Thompson couldn't get his hands around it, and that's because Terry Clarity was covering so tight. But he almost made a great catch out across the 50. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10 at the 14, though.
Yeah, same play that they ran. Same play that they ran against Alcoa. That was the big one out of the end zone for the touchdown. They flank him out. They're running back out wide, and they send him deep. Great job by Clarity running step for step with him. But that's one he probably should have caught.
2nd down, Gillum. Pass left to his H-back. Braden Sharp will pick up 5 on that. It'll bring up 3rd down 5 from the 18. Anderson County needs to make the 23. 8:51 left in the first half. Greeneville leading 7-0.
Anderson County 1 of 5 tonight on 3rd down.
Marcus Brown in at that running back position. The snap back, he gets the handoff. He gets to the 21. He needed the 23, and the Green Devils will hold them on this series as Chandler comes out of the pile after making the hit and the tackle. And the punting team comes on for the Anderson County Mavericks with 8:16 left in the first half. Greeneville leading 7-0. A deep hole for the Mavericks. They were back at their own 1-yard line. They got out. They didn't flip the field with this. Greeneville did a little bit on that punt. We'll see what Zayden Anderson can do if the punt comes to him. He's standing at his 45. Jackson Payne. The punt is away. It's a low punt, angled right, and bounces at the 40 and then rolls down to the 37. That's where the Green Devils will start 1st and 10 from their own 37. 42-yard punt by Jackson Payne. 7:44 left in the first half. Greeneville up 7-0. They go back on offense. What are they going to do here, Pat?
Let's see if we can get the passing game going. That's the difference in it right now. Anderson County's had 2 deep throws that the receivers had their hands on the football and didn't make the catch. Greenville's had 1 deep throw. Cole Franklin was able to run under and take it the distance from 79 yards out. Can Greeneville spread out this defense a little bit with a potent passing attack that they've had all year long? Just relying on a rushing game so far in this first half.
7:44 left here in the first half. 3rd round of the playoffs. 1st and 10. Devils. Ball. Back to pass. Play action. Here comes the pressure. It's picked up. Now protection breaks down. And Lane LaRue comes in and makes the tackle for a 3-yard loss. Anderson County, good downfield coverage of all the receivers. Baugh had a little time. Missed the first tackle. Protection broke down. And he'll get tackled for a loss of 3.
AC's doing a good job of throwing it short over the middle. Greenville's trying to go deep over the middle. And that led to a sack. It was covered.
Ball with a snap, whistle, flag. Somebody moved a little bit early on the offensive side, and the 2nd and 13 will become a 2nd and 18. Those were Anderson County problems in the first quarter. You don't want that to be a Greeneville problem here in the second quarter. A 5-yard step off against the Green Devils will move the ball back to the 20. We're deciding. We're going, go the Ken Carpenter spot. Put it right on the 28. That's what you do.
Yeah, the umpire tonight, he's in the backfield across from the referee, on the same side of the field as the referee, not in that traditional spot behind the linebackers.
Snap back, play action, ball with time. Now Ball's going to have to run with it. He's going to have nowhere to go. And
deep, they've got to have some short passing attack.
5 yards on the run, so it is 3rd and 13 from their own 34. Greeneville needs the 47. Ball on the right hash mark. 3 receivers to the wide side of the field. 6:28 left first half. Greeneville up 7-0. Baugh, again, no time to throw it. He's going to run for it. He's got a first horizon first down. This time spins out of a tackle at the 40, stays on his feet at the 35, and goes down at the 31. It wasn't a good play. It wasn't designed that way. Ball made it work. Landon Daniels makes the tackle. But Baugh gets a first horizon first down on the 30-yard run.
But it was a pre-snap read that Baugh knew they didn't have anybody in the middle of the field. They'd walked everybody up to the line of scrimmage and nobody dropped. So if he could pull it and get past the line of scrimmage, there was a lot of room to run.
Handoff Tegan Begley. And the best that Carnell Mills can do is grab hold of Begley's shirt tail and get drugged forward for about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down 6. 5:46 left in the first half. Greeneville moving now at the Anderson County 32 where they have it 2nd and 6. Clarity and Franklin left. Zayden Anderson, number 1, and Kane Ricker, number 3, are out to the right. Begley at running back. Ball with the snap. Looking to pass. Goes high, floater into double coverage, and it's tipped incomplete. It was intended for Taryn Clarity and thrown in between the corner and safety. Gabe St. John and Reese Russell for Anderson County. It was Gabe St. John that batted it away, and will bring up 3rd down 6 for the Devils at the 36. At the 32 for Anderson County.
Yeah, he sees walking the linebackers up, and they're bringing pressure. If Greeneville would go short over the middle, have a drag route come across the middle, it's wide open.
Greeneville needs the 26. The snap is back. The handoff Begley to the outside. He's going to have a first horizon first down. A flag comes in well away from the play, and this will come back. The same referees. He's the one that threw it very late earlier when Begley was well down the field. He threw it at that same place this time. And this play will come back. And Begley had made it inside the 10. He was deep into the East Tennessee Reynolds red zone, but it comes back. It's almost like that official's been told, stand on that side of the field and you'll see a hole that you can't see on the other side of the field.
Yeah, it's the umpire, and as I said, he's lined up back behind the quarterback. And his job, he's looking at the offensive line. He's looking for the hold, and he's found a couple tonight that have taken away some big rushes by the Green Devils.
So the penalty, instead of Greeneville having it inside the East Tennessee Reynolds red zone, backs them out across the 40 to the 43, where it will be 3rd and 16. 5:05 left in the first half. Greeneville up 7-0. Flag comes in before the snap. Same guy. He's getting his exercise tonight.
He's calling for moving the football? Is that what he called this time?
Snap infraction, false start against Greeneville. It's that same guy.
Well, when you're lined up behind the quarterback back there, the good thing is you can't see the knees if that's an issue. We don't have that issue with uniform violations, but he did see that the ball got moved.
So Anderson County's trying to substitute late, and they can't do it, so they'll have to call a timeout. We'll take it as well. 4:51 left in the first half. Greeneville up 7-0, back with a 3rd and 21. As you listen to Greeneville football on WGRV, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan.
At Food City, we make it easy for you to shop your way. Order online and pick it up curbside, or have it delivered straight to your door with Instacart or DoorDash. Nobody does food like Food City. And now, get it straight from our doors to yours.
Value everyday Food City. Everyday Food City.
Back at Burley Stadium, 4:51 left in the first half. The Green Devils at 3rd and 21 at the Anderson County 48. Alcoa leads Red Bank 21-0. So that game isn't over yet, but it'll be a tough place for Red Bank to come back from. 3rd down, 21 for the Devils. Begley running back, the snap back, Baugh to pass. with time. Everybody's covered, ball's scrambling. Now he backs out of it, hopes his receivers will get empty. They don't. Now he's going to get sacked. Now he gets free and is then taken down at the 50. The receivers are not getting open even when there's time. And Ball is a little left hung out to dry back by himself. They are scrambling, trying to make something happen, hoping somebody would come back and help. And he'll be tackled for a loss of 4. The penalties put Greeneville in that position right there. They had a first down inside the 15, but the hold penalty brought it back, and then a snap infraction or motion penalty, another 5 yards, and then with that loss, it's a 4th and 25, and the Devils will punt, leading 7-0 with 4 minutes left in the first half. Snap back. The punt is away. Nice punt. Back to receive is Jason Thompson. He makes the catch at the 3. Goes to the far side. Turns the corner at the 10 and taken down at the 13-yard line by Jude Dyer. Good pursuit by Dyer. 48-yard punt and a 6-yard return, and the Anderson County Mavericks will start 1st and 10, down 7-0 with 3:48 left in the first half.
Big-time hustle right there by Jude Dyer, but I got an explanation.
Yeah.
Region 1 has lined up with the umpire in the normal position behind the linebackers all year long, while the other regions have worked with the umpire in the backfield. Next year, that's going to be statewide. The umpire will be lined up in the backfield.
Good.
So
we get more hold calls.
Well, we'll get less knee pad violations.
Yeah, that's true. So 1st and 10 for the Anderson County Mavericks from their own 14. J.D. Gillum rolls out to his right. The pass is low and incomplete. It was intended for Gabe St. John. Now a little bit of clock management or thought process here. And, of course, anything can happen. It's just 2nd and 10. But Greeneville has 2 timeouts. Anderson County, I thought, just has 1. They do.
They do, but I've never seen Anderson County not chuck it deep. Every year we've played them. They've had a play to get a guy one-on-one deep. I would be expecting if I was Greeneville.
And 3:43 is plenty of time left in the first half for either team to make something happen. Gillum takes a snap, wants to pass, dumps it across the middle. Catch is made. It's a first down. And then some out to the 35-yard line. Anderson County's Gabe St. John makes the catch and gets a First Horizon first down out at the 35. And that stops the clock with 3:36 left in the first half. And now that's what I was saying there. The time on the clock can change either way. All Anderson County needed was a play like that to make this a much more easy drive.
They get it, and it's a short pass over the middle. Greeneville would walk the safety up to the line of scrimmage to help him run coverage, and they hit it over the middle, and he's able to break it and get upfield.
1st and 10 for the Mavericks. Gillum rolls out to his right, passes downfield, underthrown, intercepted. Greeneville on the pick. There's a flag. Kane Ricker makes the pick. We'll see what the penalty marker is.
That cannot be pass interference on Ricker. Ricker came up. He may have laid a hand on the jersey of the player, but he was breaking on the football all the way to make this interception.
Oh, it's quiet. It's going to get loud when you see what the call is, and which side it's on.
It was a back judge that threw it. That's normally a pass interference type penalty.
It will be a pass interference on the defense, so the interception will be negated. And Anderson County will keep possession and get the penalty yardage out of it.
Man, it looked like Ricker read this play all the way. He cut underneath the wide receiver, made the pick. I don't know. It had to be on somebody else. It had to be. He had to be throwing it at a linebacker that hit somebody else. There was no way that's on Ricker.
It wasn't Ricker. No, Ricker had position. These guys are from where? Region 2?
Not Region
1. 14-yard penalty is what it winds up being. But more importantly, it gives Anderson County a first down. Handoff is to Jason Thompson. Nowhere for him to go. He's tackled for a loss. And the tackle made in bounds. 2:55 left in the first half, and then 13, Anderson County back at their own 47. They need the Greeneville 39 for the first down. Greeneville up 7-0 with 2:20 left in the first half. John David Gillum, the freshman quarterback, with the snap. Want to pass. Up top, across the middle, Damian Lavelle, overthrown, incomplete. Taryn Clarity is there. The ball was overthrown. And it stops the clock with 2:09, and it brings up a 3rd and 12 for Anderson County.
Got the route that they wanted. Able to throw a post route with no safety, with a corner just running with the wide receiver man covered all the way across the middle of the field. It's there, but that ball was just overthrown. No way for the receiver to catch up to it.
3rd down, 13. Anderson County needs the Greeneville 41. They're at their own 48. Jason Thompson, a running back, pass outside, catch is made, ridden down. Tegan Begley, Zayden Anderson, the tackle after a 5-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down for Anderson County with under 2 minutes left in the first half. Greeneville has 2 timeouts. Anderson County has 1. Anderson County brings on their punt team, and Greeneville saying don't rush it. They're going to let Anderson County use whatever time they want here, and I think that's smart. Don't call a timeout and give them time to think about a good play. Just get the ball back and see if you make 1 or 2 things happen. The Mavericks run on Evan Pyatt late. 7 seconds on the play clock. That's still plenty of time. Jackson Payne gets the punt away. It'll bounce at the 15 and angle out of bounds somewhere around the 13-yard line. Right at the 12, they say, is where it went out of bounds. A 34-yard punt, and the Green Devils will have a 1st and 10 from their own 12 with 1:18 left in the first half. And that's plenty of time for Greenville's offense in most situations, Pat. But up 7-0, 3rd round of the playoffs. I don't think you don't try too much trickery here.
No, you might see if you can pop something on 1st down. If you can get a big play and get the sticks moving and get a little momentum going on 1st down, then maybe you go quick and see what you can get. If not, let's get this thing to halftime and with a 7-0 lead.
1 completion for the Green Devils in the first half. Zayden Anderson out wide right, 3 receivers left. Ball's going to keep nothing there. And that shows you how Greeneville wants to end this first half. They don't want to make any mistakes. They know they're going to get the ball to start the second half, and they hope they can make some halftime adjustments. 2nd down and 8. They gain 2 on that. As the clock goes under a minute, Greeneville with the 2 timeouts. Looks like they're going to keep them. Maybe you make something happen here. 19 seconds on the play clock. We're still looking over at the sidelines for the play. We still don't have everybody on our side of the line of scrimmage. I don't know that we still do. I think we're lined up off sides. Now we're set. Handoff up the middle. Maddox Bishop out to the 26-yard line. 30 seconds left. Greenville's Lath Ivy a little slow to get up. It's a First Horizon 1st down. That'll stop the clock for Greeneville. They can change things a little bit here.
Not stopped. They don't have the chain set yet, but the clock was already running.
Greeneville let about 10 seconds go off the clock here. Now they're set. 16 seconds left. They have a First Horizon 1st down at the 32. Tegan Begley, the handoff at the 30. Spins out of the tackle at the 35. If he'd gotten 1 more step, he'd have broken that for a lot more. And Greeneville could have made something else maybe happen here at the end of the half. Greeneville does call a timeout with 4 seconds left on the 2nd and 1. We'll keep it here. Greeneville leading 7-0 with 4 seconds left in the first half. We'll have the B. Wilson Insurance Agency pregame show coming up at halftime. We'll talk about the first half. We'll have some score updates from Jeff Moore back at the studio control.
50% of Greenville's passes have gone for a touchdown tonight. So if you roll the dice right here on a 2nd down and 1 with 4 seconds to go. The ball at the 35-yard line. See if you can't make something happen.
I do. We'll talk at halftime also about what adjustments either team will make at halftime. 7-0, Greeneville leading, 4 seconds left. They call their timeout. They have 1 left. Out wide right will go Zayden Anderson and Kane Ricker. To the near side, Taryn Clarity. Out to the right also Cole Franklin. Greeneville hadn't gone with their tight end pass tonight, Colton Smith. 2nd and 1 for the Devils. Ball out of the shotgun with Tegan Begley at running back. Ball with a snap. Give Begley, so Greenville's ready to go to the locker room, leading 7-0 as Anderson County tries to strip it. Just didn't try anything there. Playing super safe. 7-0 at halftime. Greenville over Anderson County. 3rd round of the playoffs. A break and back with more as you listen to Greeneville football on WGRV, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan.
And bustle of life, why not let Ashley Drug, a locally owned pharmacy, take something off of your plate with their med dosage packaging? Have your medications conveniently labeled with the date and time to take them, and while you're at it, utilize the free delivery service for those times that you can't get out of your house. Need an easy way to refill your medications? You can order and manage your refills today with text alerts. Text RX Local to 64890 to sign up and get started. Don't let life pass you by. Get out and enjoy every minute and let Ashley Drug help you do so. Located in the West Green Shopping Center.
Power out? Not at your house. Lights on, fridge cold, family asleep. With financing from Bailey, whole house standby generators start around $136 a month. Make sure your power never quits. Because when the grid goes down, your family is safe. Never lose power again. Schedule a free in-home assessment today. Visit BaileyGenerators.com.
Licensed and insured since 1991.
At Marathon Quick Stop Markets, you'll find a company that realizes that our customers are our biggest assets. We are a locally owned company, proud to serve our community. So we do everything with you in mind. We clean and sanitize our stores, provide a well-lit, monitored area to keep you and your family safe. You can always expect a friendly staff and a large selection of products with weekly specials. Stop in at a nearby Marathon Quick Stop Market today.
Winter is coming, so don't wait to get your home ready for the cold with propane from Marsh Propane. Family owned and operated, Marsh Propane has been serving the region since 1966. Whether you're building a new home, switching over to gas heat, or just want to change your provider, Marsh Propane makes it fast and easy. Heating your home and water, cooking, or relaxing with your family, you'll never be let down by the dependability of gas. Fight the chill year-round with Marsh Propane. Service, safety, dependability.
97226 or stop by 253 Bayleton Road and see how fast and easy it is for yourself.
It's halftime here at Burley Stadium where the Green Devils lead 7-0 over the Anderson County Mavericks. You're listening to the B. Wilson Insurance Agency halftime report. Back after
neighbors,
this word from B. Wilson.
Hey neighbors, it's B. Wilson with B. Wilson Insurance. We had major changes to our prescription drug plans in 25, and more changes are coming in 2026. Whether it's a standalone drug plan or an Advantage plan with drug coverage included, you need to schedule a time to review these changes so you won't be shocked come January. Call today and schedule your free review at 525-4149. You'll be glad you did.
Back at Burley Stadium where it is halftime and the Green Devils lead 7-0 over the Anderson County Mavericks. Had a first half stat that I don't know when I would have last seen Greenville have one completion in a half, unless you want to go back to the 50s, to the Ed Crum days.
It was that playoff game. Was it Central or somebody that
it was Knox
that
Central.
Ballard completed one pass the whole game, and that went for a touchdown. If I remember right, Greenville ran it almost every play besides that. But that's the only time I can remember a half where Greenville goes 1 of 2 passing, goes 79 yards and a touchdown. But Greenville's got to get the ball to their playmakers. Anderson got held, I think, last week without a reception. Hadn't touched the ball again this week. Clarity hadn't been able to get their hands on it. Give a tip of the hat to Anderson County, keeping Greenville's playmakers from making plays. Greenville's doing the same thing. Zay Thompson, Mr. Everything for Anderson County's carried it 8 times for only 34 yards. Greenville's kept him hemmed up. And just as we called it in the pregame, you've got Greenville averaging 48.1 points per game and Anderson County 43 points per game. We thought it would be a defensive slugfest in a 7-0 game at halftime.
But the 1 of 2 passing for ball isn't because we've only had 2 pass plays called tonight.
Oh, no, had several pass plays called.
We've only been able to throw it twice out of the dozen times we've sent a pass play in.
Yeah, haven't been able to have time to get it, and most of the pass plays have been 15, 20 yards down the field, and they're playing well off Greenville's speedy wide receivers. They're saying you're not going to beat us over the top. When one time that they did press up and bring the safeties up, Greenville went over the top, and that went 79 yards for a touchdown, so close.
You kind of feel, I do, it's that you've got those first two cards in a house of cards that are leaning up against each other, and you don't know how that's going to hold up. How much you're going to be able to build on that. We've played a whole half. We just got the two cards there. We hadn't gone to that second level yet. Greenville gets the ball to start the second half. What are you looking at there for history-wise in this series?
Well, I'm saying what scares you is Greenville led this game 14-7 at halftime last year. Scored with a minute 24 to go before the half last year. Had a touchdown lead, and they end up getting beat 28-14 in this contest. Anderson County, good second half football team. They were down 10 points to Alcoa in the fourth quarter, came back and won that game. So, they're feeling good about it. Greenville's just got to get in that locker room and say, hey, we're playing great defensively. We're really hemming them up. We're not letting the explosive plays happen. But Greenville's got to come up with a way to put some points on the board. And you feel bad they let that one possession where they took over at the 20-yard line. Feel like a field goal right there would have been worth its weight in gold. A 10-point lead compared to a 7-point lead would have been huge.
Well, and to that end, if you look out on the field at halftime, you see something unusual. Normally you see the Greenville band when they're not performing tonight at halftime, but Anderson County's using that opportunity to keep their kicker warmed up. He was hitting them from 45-plus. In the warm-ups. If you look at this game, are you thinking, if I'm going to warm anybody up and keep them on their game, I want it to be my kicker. Go out there at halftime. We don't need you in the locker room. Be ready in case we need that.
I'm saying you can scratch off that fake field goal attempt. He's probably not in there getting coached up on how to run the football. He's out here doing what he does, and they're punting and kicking, keeping their specialist out here. Saying, hey, if your band's not playing, we're going to take advantage of the time.
7-0 at halftime here at Burley Stadium for a third round of the playoffs. The Green Devils will have the ball to start the second half. Thank you for those that are watching on YouTube and on Facebook tonight through Green Sports Zone. We appreciate the Green Media team, Nathan Hill and his students here at Greenville High School. They're doing a fantastic job of producing the video that you see tonight. They've got cameras all around the field, the rewinds, the replays, the zooms, and all that. A great group of kids and a great leader with Nathan Hale that's put them up to that level. So we thank them for their cooperation tonight. We have Matthew Palazzo here tonight, along with Tyler Nichols with Green Sports Zone. Jimmy Bowman's here and Tate Russell's here. We've got all kinds of coverage. You can find that on the line at Green Sports Zone tomorrow. Also search for Green Sports Zone through your favorite social media sites. We also want to thank the Greenville Energy Authority. They hook us up here in the booth literally every Friday night. We're able to stream this back with studio quality audio thanks to the Greenville Energy Authority, and their meeting this week, they announced, lo and behold, they're going to go faster. So get with GEA, see if the GEA is in your area for your internet connections. We appreciate them making us GEA connected here at Burley Stadium. It's halftime. Greenville leading 7-0. We'll get some score updates and be back in about 10 minutes with the first half stats and the second half kickoff as you listen to Green Devil football on WGRV, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan.
This Black Friday, don't miss deals you'll only find once a year. Jim.
Relaxing comfort in a brand new Lazy Boy starting at only $4.99. Host a holiday in style with 25% off of dining sets.
Sleep better than ever on a Copper mattress and will include an adjustable base on regular mattress pricing.
Plus, find living room favorites at unbeatable prices. Recliners from $2.99, love seats $3.49, and sofas at $3.99.
Visit our Clearance Corner Mattress Gallery main showroom in the Town Square Shopping Center, downtown Greenville.
Shopping for pre-owned? Know this. If you buy a certified pre-owned from Johnson City Toyota, you get a 12-month, 12,000-mile comprehensive warranty, complimentary oil changes, and a lifetime powertrain warranty. Plus, you get our Love It or Leave It 100% satisfaction guaranteed vehicle exchange policy. And in addition to that, every vehicle we sell comes with a vehicle history report, so the history is no mystery when you buy pre-owned from us. See our inventory and pricing at johnsoncitytoyota.com. That's johnsoncitytoyota.com.
See dealer for details.
Can you feel it? Hear it? It's all around you. It's the air we share. At Daikin, the world's #1 air conditioning company, we're pioneering technologies to perfect and protect the air that connects us all. Even now, we're working towards reducing our carbon emissions to net zero by 2050, while developing new ways to make the air indoors perfect.
Air Pro Heating and Cooling is your local authorized dealer of Daikin Heating and Air Solutions. 639-5557.
When people think of Roto-Rooter, they typically think plumbing and water cleanup. They wouldn't be wrong, but there's also more to the picture. We do a little of this, we do a little of that. We clean things up and we check things out. Yeah, we may do both, but we also do a whole lot more. Roto-Rooter, yeah, we do that too.
Did you know switching to Blossman Gas and Appliance in Greeneville is easier and friendlier than ever? At Blossman, we'll swap out your competitor's propane tank for free, delivering and installing your new tank with zero hassle. Want a new gas stove, water heater, fireplace, or generator? We'll deliver and install gas appliances too, safely, efficiently, and with care. Since 1951, our family-owned service brings comfort, reliability, and personalized support from ours to yours. Call 828-682-2118 today and experience the Blossman Gas difference in Greeneville and surrounding areas.
Life moves fast. Your internet should too. GEA Fiber is built for Greene County by people who live here. GEA Connect delivers lightning-fast internet for work, play, and everything in between. No gimmicks, no surprises, just hometown internet that works. GEA Fiber. Get connected. Connecting you to what matters.
At 8-4 Red Bank. It is halftime. Alcoa leads 21-0. As all odds are, Alcoa will be in Burley Stadium or at Anderson County next week. Alcoa leading 21-0. In Class 1A quarterfinals, Sell Creek 11-1 on the season, hosting 10-2 Caulfield. In Caulfield, no problems here. Caulfield leads 34-0. They are also at the half. Class 1A quarterfinals, South Pittsburgh, 11-1 on the season, hosting 11-1 Clay County. They are in the Central Time Zone. They are still in the first quarter, and South Pittsburgh is leading 7-0. In Class 3A quarterfinals, it is 11-1 Tyner Academy, hosting 9-3 Giles County. Tyner Academy leads 14-7. They are in the second quarter. All the other games, all the other matchups are in Central Time Zone, just now kicking off at 8 o'clock Eastern our time. The game you're listening to here on 99.5 FM WGRV, Greeneville leads Anderson County 7-0. It's been a long time since Greeneville went into halftime with just 7 points on the board, as you heard Ron and Pat talk about just a few minutes ago. We'll have more of your halftime report coming up. You're listening to Greeneville Devil football right here on 99.5 FM WGRB.
Life is full of changes, and oftentimes, change brings uncertainty or fear of the unknown. At Hometown Realty of Greeneville, we have rolled with the changes for 20 years with you. One thing that will never change is our unwavering dedication to our clients and our love for this community that we all call home. Our family of realtors have the knowledge and experience for you to put your trust in them. If you haven't experienced the Hometown Realty difference, make that change today. Hometown Realty of Greeneville, 639-2345.
When it comes to propane, service matters. At Blossman Gas and Appliance in Burnsville, we'll take care of you every step of the way. Switch today and we'll remove your competitor's above-ground tank for free and install a new Blossman tank with no hassle. Got an underground tank? No problem. We'll swap it out for 50% off install price. Our local team delivers propane on time, installs and services gas appliances, and is always just a phone call away. From stoves to fireplaces, water heaters to generators, we'll make your home warm.
No buffering, no lag. Just dependable internet from the most trusted local provider. GEA Connect is built for our community, by our community, and it's built for your student success. Visit mygea.net or call 423-636-6200 to get connected today.
The Friday Night Scoreboard is a presentation of Gateway Ford Nissan. Once again, Jeff Moore.
Welcome back into the Gateway Ford and Nissan halftime report. Greeneville leads Anderson County at the half, 7-0. We'll send you back out to Burley Stadium. Ron, Pat, and Richard coming up in here in just a few moments. Let's talk about what you can expect from Radio Greeneville Sports over the weekend. Of course, it's a big one, Tennessee and Florida tomorrow. Vol Network coverage begins at 5 o'clock here on 99.5 FM WGRV with kickoff set for 7:30. Also tomorrow here on WGRV, it is Greeneville basketball, as Greeneville, the guys and the gals, will be at Sevier County tomorrow, as the ladies will tip off at noon, guys to follow at 1:30, and then, of course, tomorrow night, as I said, Tennessee and Florida football. Vol Network coverage at 5 with tip-off at 7:30, and on 103.1 FM WIKQ, you can hear Coach to Coach beginning at 4 o'clock prior to Vol coverage of Tennessee and Florida. Coming up on Sunday, 95.5 FM WSMG, it is Lady Vols basketball, as they will be at Coppin State. Lady Vol Network coverage at 1:30 with tip-off at 2 o'clock. It is Greeneville leading Anderson County at the half, 7-0. Red Bank is trailing Alcoa. Alcoa leads at 21-0 at the half as well. The winner of Greeneville Anderson County will host the winner of Alcoa Red Bank in next week's matchup. We'll have more from Rod, Pat, and Richard, your halftime stats on the other side of the break. You're listening to Halftime Report in Greeneville football here on 99.5 FM WGRV.
Greeneville Federal Bank has been part of this community for over 65 years, standing beside families and businesses right here in Greene County. At Greeneville Federal Bank, you'll find more than just financial services. You'll find neighbors who know your name and care about your goals. Whether it's a first home, a new business, or simply saving for tomorrow, Greeneville Federal Bank is here for you. Stop by any local branch today and experience community banking at its best. Only at Greeneville Federal Bank.
At Terry's Flooring, My Popsy offers an extensive selection of tile for any bathroom project. Whether you're envisioning contrasting tile colors, large format elegance, seamless shower niches, or a custom walk-in shower with a bench, Terry's Flooring is your go-to. Let their team ignite your imagination and bring your vision to life. Discover the latest styles, trends, and expert tips with My Popsy at Terry's Flooring on Kaiser Boulevard.
Wilson Insurance Agency halftime report. We'll look at the first half stats after this from B. Wilson.
Hey neighbors, it's B. Wilson with B. Wilson Insurance. We had major changes to our prescription drug plans in 25, and more changes are coming in 2026. Whether it's a standalone drug plan or an Advantage plan with drug coverage included, you need to schedule a time to review these changes so you won't be shocked come January. Call today and schedule your free review at 525-4149. You'll be glad you did.
Pat Crum has a look at the first half stats as Greeneville leads 7-0 over Anderson County here in the third round of the playoffs.
Anderson County gets the opening kickoff, goes 8 plays, 33 yards, has to punt it away to the Green Devils. They go 2 plays, 82 yards with a ball to Franklin, 79-yard touchdown pass, and that was it for scoring as Greenville leads 7-0 with their touchdown with 8 minutes and 41 seconds to go in the first quarter. Statistic-wise, Greenville on the ground, 22 rushes, 96 yards. 1 of 2 passing, 79 yards and a touchdown. Total offense, 24 plays, 175 yards for the Devils. For the Anderson County Mavericks, 10 rushes, 34 yards. 9 of 20 passing for 82 yards. Total offense, 30 plays, 116 yards. Greenville picked up 6 first downs. Anderson County had 8. The Green Devils penalized 6 times for 60 yards, and 3 of those penalties were big. Called back 2 long runs on holds and an interception on a pass interference. 5 penalties for Anderson County for 40 yards. The Devils controlled the clock for 11 minutes and 55 seconds, while the Mavericks had it for 12 minutes and 5 seconds. Individually in the first half, Caden Baugh goes 1 of 2 passing, 79 yards, 1 touchdown, carried the ball 11 times for 42 yards. Bishop, 1 rush for 12 yards. Dyer, 4 rushes, 16 yards. Bagley, 5 rushes, 27 yards. Franklin had the lone reception, 79 yards, and a touchdown. Gorley kicking, 1 of 1 on extra points. He had 2 kickoffs that both reached the end zone for an average of 60 yards per kick. Cole Franklin, he's only punted the ball 6 times all season for 36 yards. He has 2 punts in that first half, averaged 47 yards per punt, and 1 was down at the 1-yard line. Great job by Franklin. He has a touchdown, and he has a great night punting. Individually for the Anderson County Mavericks, Gillum goes 9 of 20, 82 yards. He had 1 rush for -3 yards. Thompson, 8 rushes, 34 yards, 2 receptions for 13 yards. Lavelle, 1 reception, 3 yards. Brown had 1 rush for 3 yards and also 2 receptions for 12 yards. Payne had 5 punts, averaged 29 yards per punt as Greenville was able to block 1 in the first half.
Greenville leads 7-0 at halftime. The second half kickoff coming up next. You've been listening to the V. Wilson Insurance Agency Halftime Report.
The following is a presentation of Radio Greeneville Sports. The Gateway Ford Nissan Greeneville Football Game of the Week. Green Devil Football on 99.5 FM and 1340 AM WGRV. Also heard online at greenvillefootball.com and with the TuneIn app. Brought to you by
Green Outdoor, the Marathon Quick Stop Markets, Bailey Heating, Air and Electrical, Greenville Federal Bank, Terry's Flooring, by Marsh Propane, Hometown Realty, Roberts Furniture and Mattress Gallery, Roto-Rooter of Greenville, Ashley Drug Center, Johnson City Toyota, by Andrew Johnson Bank, Ace Hardware, your Greenville Energy Authority, Air Pro Heating and Cooling, Food City, Blossman Gas and Appliance, and by Gateway Ford Nissan.
The Gateway Ford Nissan Greeneville Football Game of the Week. Now, here's Ron Metcalf, Pat Crum, and Richard Tipton.
A crowd starting to come to life as the second half is set to begin with the Green Devils leading 7-0 over the Anderson County Mavericks. Greenville won the opening toss, deferred to the second half. Pat, despite it being a 7-0 lead, you feel like the game's tied. You're close here. Anderson County had some very good defensive plays in the first half. Greenville had 1 big offensive play. Both teams had some mistakes penalty-wise, but not really turnover-wise. Anderson County had a fumble that they got back. Neither team threw an interception. And you don't want to see teams making mistakes and that costing a game. It's always critical here in the playoffs to play mistake-free. We're set to kick it off here in the second half. Zayden Anderson back to receive for the Green Devils at his 5-yard line. Greenville leading 7-0. The winner will host Alcoa next week as they are walking away from that game against Red Bank. Jackson Payne ready to kick for the Anderson County Mavericks. Light mist falling here at Burley Stadium tonight. Payne's kick is away. It is fielded and dropped by Clarity, picked up at the 10. He's out at the 15, tries to come to the near side, bounces off a tackler. He needs a block from Jude Dyer, gets it, forces his way out across the 25, out across the 30, out to the 35-yard line. He won't stop. Taryn Clarity, and the Devils start with good field position, 1st and 10, near the 35 to start the second half, leading 7-0 over the Anderson County Mavericks.
He's a ball hawk, and when he knows what to do when he gets his hands on the football, he's able to take it all the way across the field. But what a great job by Jude Dyer. He wasn't standing there looking to see, do I need to block somebody? He just kept hustling, got out and made 2 big blocks to allow Clarity to make the turn and get upfield.
So the Devils on offense, first time for here in the second half. Jude Dyer's going to get the handoff, and he gets good positive yardage this time. 6 yards on first down. And it'll be a 2nd down and 3. And that's what Greeneville needs to do. That's what they weren't doing late in the first half. Begley on the carry for 7.
Begley only 12 carries, 102 yards on the season as he came on midway through the year.
So it's a First Horizon first down for the Green Devils at the 45. 1 minute into the second half.
Didn't put the ball on the line. They put the tip of the ball on the line.
That's the Ken Carpenter School of Spotting. Begley, the handoff. He's just bouncing in, and they don't bring him down, so Begley keeps going. He comes to this side. He's across the 40 and down to the Anderson County 38. He ran into the Anderson County line twice, and they had him stopped, but they didn't wrap him up, so Begley just bounced off like an 8 ball and went to the outside. Rounds up getting 17 yards and a First Horizon first down for the Green Devils of the Anderson County 38, leading 7-0, 10:30 left third quarter. To the outside this time, it's Begley again. He's got room, 20, 15, 10, Jude Dyer with a handoff. Dyer comes in to spell Begley, and Dyer goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Greeneville.
Greeneville gives them a little bit of a different look. That time they brought Colton Smith, the tight end, into the game. Greenville's been lining up in the spread with 4 wide receivers the entire game. This time they come in, they bring in the big tight end, and he made the block to seal the corner. Dyer hits it, never let off the gas. I mean, he hit it right at the line of scrimmage and exploded through the hole, took off, darts toward the sidelines, and gets it in the end zone. Big-time run, big-time block.
Extra point try by Samuel Gorley. Jack Lister to snap, it's good. Parker Quillen's hold is good. And Samuel Gorley's 74th point after of the year is good. And Greeneville leads 14-0 with 10:19 left in the third quarter. We're back with more as you listen to Green Devil football on WGRV, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan.
Did you know that keeping up with all of your propane needs has never been easier? Marsh Propane has everything readily available right at your fingertips. When you download their app, you just create an online account in just a couple quick steps, and you have instant access to view your account information, pay your bill, and request a delivery. Simple, fast, and easy. Since 1966, Marsh Propane has been committed to a level of service that can be equaled by no one in the industry. They stand for quality and service. Contact Marsh Propane today at 423-639-7226 or stop by 253 Bayleton Road and see how fast and easy it is for yourself.
The Green Devils add to their lead to start the second half. They lead 14-0 over Anderson County. Let's get a Nick Hershey Cardinal Financial scoring recap with Richard Tipton.
Green Devils stay on the ground, 4 plays, 65 yards, 1 minute, 41 seconds from the clock. Had a rush by Jude Dyer for the 38-yard touchdown, and the extra point by Samuel Gorley was good.
Tegan Begley making his case for the great real estate and auction player of the game honors that we bestow each week, as he was the workhorse that got and kept that drive started. Gorley's kick goes into the end zone for the touchback. Oh no, it went out just this side of the pylon, and it'll be an out of bounds, so Anderson County will have the ball out at the 35, so they'll start with good field position.
Well, it looked like it was going to make the end zone. The official was standing right on top of the pylon in the front of the end zone. Looked like the ball hit him in the leg. He says it didn't go over the pylon. It was short of it, so that'll cost Greeneville
15 yards.
15 yards.
Yep.
Anderson County will start out the 35 instead of the 20 by a matter of inches.
So the Anderson County Mavericks' first possession of the second half. As Greeneville added to their lead, it's 14-0. The first drive of the second half for the Mavericks. John David Gillen, the quarterback, will roll out to his right. He's going for the home run. Hit early on down. Damian Lavelle in stride, makes the catch, and down to the 1 yard line, Lavelle. Anderson County goes for the home run strike. They get it down to the 1 where it's first and goal for the Anderson County Mavericks on a 64-yard pass from John David Gillum to Lavelle. First and goal at the 1, Mavericks.
Well, they had it 3 times in the first half.
Yes.
That they tried it. They got one-on-one coverage with the corner, no safety in the middle of the field, and they threw it. They had the hands on the football twice, overthrew it the other time, didn't make the receptions in the first half. They come out and said, we're going right back to it. We need a big play. They hit it and get it down to the 1.
They bring in, Anderson County brings in their beef set with Jason Thompson at running back. He'll get the handoff. He goes into the end zone. The Anderson County Mavericks on the board. It's 14-6 with 9:35 left in the third quarter, and we're almost right back where we were at halftime in a tight game that so far has been marked with big play scores. Greeneville with the 1 touchdown, 1 completion in the first half for 79 yards and a touchdown. That 64-yard pass that got Anderson County down to the 1 yard line. Jackson Payne now to attempt the extra point try to pull within 7 for the Mavericks. Snap back a little high, the ball down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. We're back to a 7-point lead for the Devils, 14-7. 9:35 left in the third quarter. 9:35 left in the third. We're back with more as you listen to Green Devil football on WGRV, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan.
Surprise someone with the Big Green Egg Grill this holiday season from Ace Hardware. Save $150 on the large egg package and $200 on the extra large egg package, valid November 19th through December 24th. Also save 20% on Big Green Egg accessories, sauces, and rubs from now until Christmas Eve. See store for details. Savings on in-stock items only. Happy holidays from your neighbors at Ace, the helpful place, 1023 West Main Street in Greeneville.
Back at Burley Stadium where the Anderson County Mavericks get on the board and pull within 7, 14-7 with 9:35 left third quarter. Richard Tipton gives us a Nick Hershey Cardinal Financial scoring recap.
Mavericks have 2 plays, 65 yards, 44 seconds from the clock. Rush from Jason Thompson for the 1 yard touchdown. Extra point by Jackson Payne was good.
It was a 64-yard pass, though, from J.D. Gillum to Lavelle. That set the Mavericks up at the 1 yard line. Jackson Payne to kick it off. Now, don't forget, Greeneville also kicked it out of bounds, and that gave Anderson County the ball at the 35. On this return, not so much this time for Taryn Clarity as he's tackled out of the 12 by Daybrian Owen. The Green Devils won't start with as good as field position as they did on that last drive. They'll start 1st and 10 at their own 12. 9:29 left in the third quarter. A 7-point game. Greeneville up 14-7.
Game that was all defense in the first half. Turns out, third quarter, both teams decided to play some offense. Anderson County's had that home run throw 3 times in the first half. Couldn't connect on it. They come back in the third quarter and do connect with the score. Greeneville goes on a drive on the ground. Let's see how Greeneville lines up.
We've got Begley in and running back. Ball's going to keep, comes to the near side. He's at the 20, 25, 30. Has one man to beat. That's the corner. Needs a block. He's at the 50. He's at the 45. He's down to the 40. And closing ground is Reese Russell to make the tackle, but not until Caden Baugh gets down to the 38-yard line. It's a 48-yard run. First horizon, first down for the Green Devils at the Anderson County 38.
Since Greeneville has come in and got out of the 4 wide receiver set, gone in with a tight end, they have blown some holes open on this defensive line for Anderson County. 2 big runs to start out the second half.
Great play by the safety, Reese Russell, on closing ground and making that tackle. It's a first horizon, first down for the Green Devils at the Anderson County 40, leading by 7. 8:55 left third quarter. Tegan Bedley handoff. Same official throwing that same hold.
They got called by the line.
Thrown tonight.
The line judge threw it as well. It was the tight end had a hold of the defensive end and didn't let him, and turned him. You could see his shoulders get turned. It was a hold on the Green Devils, and it's going to cost them 10 yards.
remember in the first half, Greeneville had the ball down at the Anderson County 20 and had a 1st and 10, and penalties took a score away from them, an opportunity. They wound up faking the field goal and didn't convert, walked away with no points. This big run by Begley comes back, and 10 yards on top of that will put it as a 1st and 19 for Greeneville back at the 49. 8:50 left, third quarter. The Devils up by 7. A big run by Ball, negated by a hold on the run for Begley. Not completely, but it takes a little bit of the wind out of your sails. Ball will take the snap. He gives to Begley in traffic. Does Begley come out the other side? He gets about 6 of those penalty yards back. That's the thing about Begley, Pat. When he goes into the mass, about 50-50, he's going to emerge on the other side. He doesn't stop when he gets in there.
No, he doesn't disappear in that pile either. You can tell where he is in the pile. Maddox gets in there, and he gets low, and he'll bounce that thing out through a hole and come squirting through the other side. Begley just lowers the shoulders and moves.
Now it's 3rd and 9. It went from 3rd and 8 to 3rd and 9. But the move that he made on Daniels kept that from being a loss. 3 receivers out left, Anderson, Franklin, and Clarity. Nobody on the short side of the field. Baugh will hand off Begley. Puts his head down, got that first down. Tegan Begley. My goodness, what a man-child running out there. He gets the first horizon, first down on the 9-yard run at the 30-yard line. First down for the Green Devils.
6'3", 205 pounds, and he used every bit of it to run over the safety for Anderson County Mavericks and pick up the first down.
Timeout on the field, we'll take it as well. 8:02 left in the third quarter. The Green Devils, a first horizon, first down at the 30 when we come back. As you listen to Green Devil football on WGRV, online with Green Sports Zone, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan.
In 1975, we opened our doors with a single mission, serving our neighbors right here in East Tennessee. We adapted as the world changed. For 50 years, the world has changed in ways we never imagined. Through every challenge, every triumph, and every moment in between, we've stayed strong. And as we look ahead, one thing remains the same. At Andrew Johnson Bank, helping friends isn't just what we do, it's our business.
At many dealerships, you get what you'd expect. Games, gimmicks, and shady sales tactics. At Gateway Nissan in Greeneville, expect the unexpected. Low prices, convenient service, and a great buying experience.
Get our Gateway exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty.
No worries for life.
You deserve the unexpected. It's the #1 reason you gotta get to Gateway.
Shop online at GatewayNissanGreeneville.com.
Or take the super short drive down Highway 11E to Gateway Nissan in Greeneville.
At Gateway Ford and Gateway Nissan. Come on, let's do it. Highway 11E in Greeneville.
Back at Burley Stadium where the Devils have it 1st and 10 at the Anderson County 30, leading 14-7 with 8:02 left in the third quarter. The big running by Tegan Begley has gotten them down this far. Begley in and running back, gets it, goes to the outside, cuts to the inside, gets 5 yards down to the 25, maybe just shy of that at the 26. Tegan Begley, a gain of 4. 2 receivers ride will be Cole Franklin, Taryn Clarity. They bring Zayden Anderson out to the right side, and the tight end right, number 10, Colton Smith. On 2nd down and 6. Law takes a snap, gives to Begley. Tries to turn the corner, stiff arms the man, lowers his head, and gets down to the 21. Now Greenville's going to be a 3rd and a long one. Let's call it 3rd and 2 because that's what you have to get here to make sure you get that first down.
Clarity trying to come back and make a big block for him, and Begley, I think, connected with Clarity on the play. Clarity may have took more of the blow than anybody for Anderson County.
So Greeneville goes with Franklin, Clarity out left, Maddox Bishop back in at running back. He'll get the handoff. No, Ball's going to keep. Ball's in the East Tennessee Reynolds red zone. He's down to the 15-yard line, and he has the first horizon first down, a 7-yard pickup. It's Carnell Mills with a tackle for Anderson County at the 16. And the Devils in the East Tennessee Reynolds red zone with 6:42 left in the third, nursing a 7-point lead.
Anderson County answers now. Greenville's gone with the tight end. Anderson County answers. They bring in now a 5-man defensive front line. They drop a safety.
Bagley inside, bounces outside, spins at the 12. Flag comes in on a hold. And that'll be the 4th or 5th hold against Greeneville tonight.
12th, I think. That one came from the back judge. Came throwing it in toward the line of scrimmage. Usually you don't see a holding penalty coming in unless it's a wide receiver down the field on that play, but that was thrown right at the line of scrimmage coming from the back. Maybe as they move the umpire into the backfield, that becomes more of the responsibility. I don't know.
9 penalties, 95 yards, and we're not halfway through the third quarter. Greeneville up 14-7. The penalty makes it a 1st and 18 out at the 24. Bishop back in. He gets the handoff, running behind Caden Cox, and Dylan Hartman bounces to the outside, cuts back to the inside, lost his footing just enough for Jackson Price to come in and stop that from getting bad for Anderson County, as Bishop had some room to the outside, saw something to the inside, and when he cut, he slipped and couldn't regain that traction. It's a 7-yard gain, and it gives Greeneville a 2nd and 11, but Maddox could have had more on that.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to bounce it to the outside. He had saw the defender turning his shoulders to cover the outside, and he tried to plant and cut back to the middle of the wet turf here tonight, and he just couldn't keep his footing.
Anderson Franklin to the right, tight end right, Colton Smith. Ball on the keeper, straight up the middle. Ball to the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, no flags. 17 yards, Caden Baugh, touchdown. Greeneville leads 20-0 with 5:26 left in the third quarter.
Anderson County goes big. They bring in their big defensive front. They go 5 defensive linemen. Greeneville with a tight end. They answer it. Left side of Greeneville's line, I think it was Zorian Harris that was able to make a block, or was it Bishop Merriweather on that left side? I couldn't see Ron. One of the 2 big guys for the Green Devils opened up that hole. Bach keeps it himself, explodes up through the middle, and takes it the distance.
Anderson County Mavericks shaken up on that touchdown run, so we'll take a break with the extra point try coming up. 5:26 left, third quarter. Greeneville up 20-7. The try coming up as you listen to Green Devil football on WGRV, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan.
At Food City, we make it easy for you to shop your way. Order online and pick it up curbside, or have it delivered straight to your door with Instacart or DoorDash. Nobody does food like Food City. And now get it straight from our doors to yours.
Value every day, Food City.
You don't have to go big city to go big time. Right here in our own community, Green Media helps local businesses tell their story with professional video that won't break your budget.
I can't believe how easy and affordable it was.
Local, affordable.
Here at Burley Stadium, 5:26 left in the third quarter. The point after try after the injury. The hold or snap by Jack Lister. The hold by Parker Quillen. The kick by Samuel Gorley is good, and Greeneville leads 21-7 with 5:26 left in the third quarter. Back with more as you listen to Green Devil football on WGRV and on Green Sports Zone, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan.
The hustle and bustle of life, why not let Ashley Drug, a locally owned pharmacy, take something off of your plate with their med dosage packaging? Have your medications conveniently labeled with the date and time to take them, and while you're at it, utilize the free delivery service for those times that you can't get out of your house. Need an easy way to refill your medications? You can order and manage your refills today with text alerts. Text RX Local to 64890 to sign up and get started. Don't let life pass you by. Get out and enjoy every minute and let Ashley Drug help you do so. Located in the West Green Shopping Center. Hometown Community Pharmacy.
Those are called the B Flats. That's the group playing horns tonight. The Avery Blevins B-flats. Let's get a Nick Hershey Cardinal Financial scoring recap with Richard Tipton.
Green Devils scoring drive, 4 minutes and 9 seconds from the clock. 11 plays, 88 yards. Had a rush by Caden Ball for the 17-yard touchdown, and the extra point by Samuel Gorley was good.
Tegan Bagley on that drive, Pat, made the difference.
Well, he did on the night that Anderson County.
Gorley's kick going to be a little short, returnable by Jason Thompson. Out to the 12-yard line. Tackle there. Great tackle by Dion Phipps.
Phipps did a great job exploding down the field and making the tackle just outside the 10-yard line. Set Anderson County up in a long field to go, down 21-7. Because on a night that Anderson County's team built with a lot of transfers, when Bearden's coach was let go, a lot of them decided to come over to Anderson County, but it was the transfer from Dobbins Bennett that carried the ball for the Green Devils on that drive. Begley now 14 rushes, 80 yards, averaging 5.7 yards per rush.
Anderson County with Marcus Brown in the backfield this time. Gillum dumps it off to the right. For about right out a 10-yard pickup on the catch. The receiver goes out of bounds at the down marker. Did you see which one it was, Richard? Was it? Okay, Damian Lavelle was lined up out to the right. He gets 10 yards on the catch. It's a first to rise and first down for the Mavericks out of the 22-yard line. 5:14 left, third quarter, with the Devils leading 21-7. Anderson County with J.D. Gillum at quarterback, slings it right in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, Jackson Price. Taryn Clarity is there defensively. Pat, Anderson County down by 14. They don't want to go down by 21. I'm not saying they'd be out of it by any stretch, because you remember Greeneville was down by 21 here at one point. The catch by Braden Sharp. Maddox Bishop is there defensively. Good call. They did it, Pat, just like you said. Gillum's not going to throw it late across the middle. For a freshman, he's remarkably patient and talented at finding those receivers. First and 10 from the 35. The Mavericks rolling to the right. Quick pass. This one just a bit outside for Sharp. Out of his reach. It goes incomplete. Second down with 4:44 left in the third, and Greeneville leading 21-7.
I'm not excited about seeing him play for the next 3 years either.
Not.
What an exciting freshman. Stepping into that quarterback role. He missed about half the season out with a broken collarbone. Comes back. Is leading this Anderson County attack.
Second and 10 for the Mavericks from their own 35, down by 14. Gillum on the pitch out right to Jason Thompson. He little out of his reach, but he brings it in. He gets out 9 yards, and Greeneville makes a good tackle. It's Taryn Clarity that keeps that from being a first down, but it'll be third down and a yard. Anderson County needs to get to the 45. The nose of the ball on the 44. They bring in Marcus Brown at running back. Gillum's going to pass. No, he pitches it to Jackson Payne on an end around right, and he'll have the first horizon first down across the 50. Right at the midfield stripe. The Mavericks, starting at their 20, have moved it out to the 50 on a 6-yard catch by Jackson Payne. Fresh set of downs with 4 minutes left in the third.
Misdirection. That their quarterback starts like he's going to roll out to his left and just pitches it underneath on an end around. Catches it and is able to get out the backside, turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Gillum rolls out to his right with time, now with pressure. Lath Ivy coming in, making some pressure on him. What a great catch.
What a catch.
Did he get his foot down in bounds? He did. Jason Thompson made a leaping catch as he was going to the sidelines and got a foot down in bounds at the 33. Great catch and great marksmanship by J.D. Gillum.
They released out of the backfield, just ran a wheel route. Going deep, got behind the linebackers, and it was open. Gillum threw it a little bit high, and man, did he have to go up and make a catch. For him to get that high, that airborne, and get a toe down. Beautiful catch.
First horizon first down for the Mavericks at the Greeneville 28. Empty backfield for Gillum. Flag comes in as the play goes underway. The pass is into the end zone intended for Damian Lavelle. It goes incomplete.
You may see too many men in the backfield, illegal formation. I believe they dropped the flag as soon as that ball was snapped.
But let the play continue, so it wasn't a dead ball foul. We get the call from the official. Illegal shift against Anderson County. It'll be 5 yards. And backs it to the 39. 3:54 left in the third. Greeneville up 21-7. Anderson County at the Devil 38. Jason Thompson, the running back, to the left of the quarterback, Gillum. Gillum, quick pass out right is complete. Stretching out across the 30-yard line on the catch is Damian Lavelle.
Boy, at halftime, Gillum was 9 of 20 for 82 yards as he heating up in this second half. Now 15 of 28, 200 yards. In the third quarter, 3:28 still remaining.
Lavelle out wide right, Jackson Price wide left. Gillum with pressure, dumps it off to Thompson. And Thompson gets run out of bounds at the 32-yard line by Greenville's Tegan Begley and Justin Chandler. And that'll stop the clock with 3:0. Well, it doesn't. They don't say got out of bounds, I guess. Brought down inbounds. It's a gain of 2, 3rd and 5. Anderson County needs the 24 for the first down. The ball is on the left hash mark. 3 receivers on the wide side of the field for Gillum. He's going to pass across the middle in traffic, incomplete. So 4th down 5 for the Mavericks. In the third round of the playoffs, down by 14 on the road at the opponent 28-yard line with 2:41 left in the third quarter. You got a kicker. He was warming up at halftime, Pat. This is his range.
I don't think field goals is what David Gillum's interested in right now.
So the Mavericks show they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll go with an empty backfield on 4th and 5 as he moves Thompson over to wide receiver. A long count. We're going to okay, I think this is the first other player from another team
sent off for a uniform violation on a 4th down and 4, just as the ball is getting ready to be snapped. We'll send a wide receiver for Anderson County off the field.
Elijah Johnson comes in his place on 4th down. Empty backfield still for the Mavericks. Greeneville up by 14. 12 seconds on the play clock. Gillum's looking to the sideline. The official says Greeneville called a timeout.
Yeah, I think Greeneville saw that look, and Greeneville had nobody over the middle of the field. They had everybody spread out, and if you get inside position on any of the Greeneville defenders, that was going to be a touchdown.
4th down and 5 when we come back after the timeout. 2:26 left in the third quarter. Greeneville up 21-7. But the Mavericks with decision time when we come back on Green Devil Football on WGRB.
Community minded, just like you. Community minded, that's for sure, it's true.
You care about the future of this community. You grew up here. You've raised a family here. Your life is here. So is ours. Greeneville Federal Bank, member FDIC. Banking made easy.
Community minded, just like you.
.com.
Life's better with Bailey.
Back at Burley Stadium out of the timeout. Greeneville called the timeout on 4th down and 5 for the Anderson County Mavericks. They've got to get to the Greeneville 24-yard line. And Anderson County has the same receiver sent off for the same uniform violation, and they bring the same sub on, but the officials hold the game clock.
Greeneville spread out defensively.
Gillen will take the snap on fourth down. Here comes the pressure. Toss across the middle of the field and incomplete and no flag.
Wow.
So the Mavericks turn it over on downs.
Bishop got there early. That one could have been a call.
Oh, yeah. I think the ball was way high.
Yeah, they gave Greenville a break, though. Thompson was spread out. Empty backfield. Anderson County had everybody spread. He is able to run a post route. He got the inside position. The defensive back for Greenville goes up high, and the ball was well overthrown. That may have been why they held on to it. I'm not sure the collision had anything to do with the ball being incomplete, but it could have been called.
11-play, 60-yard drive turned away on fourth down. So the Green Devils leading 21-7 with 2:22 left in the third quarter. Take over on downs, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Play action up top. Ball going downfield. Zayden Anderson incomplete. Thrown a bit to the inside there defensively is Keyshawn Mills. The ball kind of hit Keyshawn Mills before it got to Zayden. It wasn't pass interference. It just was thrown to the inside and hit Keyshawn.
Yeah, he never looked back for the football. He's running step for step with Zayden Anderson down the field, and the ball hit him in the back. Zayden was trying to reach through him to come back and make the catch. And great job by Mills running step for step with him.
So 2nd down and 10 for the Devils. Hand off Begley. Tries to come to this side, and a flag comes in. If that's going to be that official's 5th holding call he's called tonight. And it couldn't have come at a worse time for the Devils because it will put them in a second or a third and 20. Or second and 20.
Replay the down, but it'll be 2nd and 20. Back the Green Devils up. Good call. 10 penalties now, 105 yards against Greenville, 6 penalties, 45 yards against Anderson County.
I wouldn't want to give either of these. If I was Greenville in that same position, I wouldn't want to give J.D. Gillum an extra play to make something happen. I'd want to try to get him off the field as quick as I could. So with the penalty decline, it winds up being a loss of 2. And it will be 3rd and 12. 2:10 left in the third quarter. The Green Devils holding on to a 14-point lead, 21-7. Ball with the snap. Here comes pressure. Pass across the middle. Catch made. It's Cole Franklin. He's got a First Horizon first down. He spins out of the tackle at the 50. He gets down to the Anderson County 40. First Horizon first down. Cole Franklin for the Green Devils.
Greenville trips to the left side of the field. Anderson County brought pressure from the right side of the field. Cole Franklin was coming on a little drag route right over the middle. Bob dropped it right to where the blitzer came out of. Franklin's able to catch it, turn upfield, make a nice move, and set Greenville up in the AC territory.
Ball is going to keep on that. He's going to get about 5. I think it was Stokes John that missed that play for Anderson County that was able to give the big play to Cole Franklin. Johns got beat on that. 7-yard gain by Baugh down to the 34. Will put Greenville in 2nd and 3. Leading 21-7 with 1:13 left in the third quarter. 3 receivers out left. Baugh out of the shotgun. Tegan Begley, the handoff, off left tackle, pushing his way. If he gets to the 30-yard line, he's got a First Horizon first down.
If the Devils could go on to win tonight. Cole Franklin, 3 catches, 116 yards, a touchdown to go along with 2 punts for 47 yards and 1 down at the 1-yard line. What a night Cole Franklin is having for the Green Devils.
It's a First Horizon first down for the Green Devils. 42 seconds left here in the third quarter. Greenville a fresh set of downs at the 31. Clarity out wide left. Anderson to the near side. Ball with the snap. Jude Dyer, the ball's on the ground. Anderson County recovers at the 26. Greenville had an opportunity there to go to the fourth quarter with a 14-point lead or more. They cough it up, the first turnover of the game, and it comes at a critical time, and the Anderson County Mavericks will have it 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Greenville plus 20 on the season in the turnover ratio, but they put it on the ground right there. Turnovers and penalties in the playoffs. Greenville now penalized 9 times 95 yards, and they are -1 in the turnover battle tonight.
Stokes John redeems himself coming up with that fumble recovery. 1st and 10 Mavericks at their own 26, 22 seconds left, third quarter, down by 14. J.D. Gillum pass across the middle, has the catch made by Braden Sharp for a First Horizon first down out at the 39. Jack Lister, Maddox Bishop make the tackle, and how quickly that momentum shifts and turns. Greenville had marched the ball down the field, was threatening to get into the East Tennessee Reynolds red zone. They cough it up. Anderson County comes back with a first down catch. And they've got good position in the third quarter out at the 41. One more play to go to the end of the third quarter. Gillum with the snap, quick pass, flag comes down. That'll stop the play as the third quarter horn comes to a stop. It should have, if you stop the play, then it would be a dead ball foul, and there may be time put back on the clock. It's a dead ball, false start. And the clock was rolling, though. The 5-yard penalty will be enforced against Anderson County. And we go to the fourth quarter with Greeneville holding on to a 14-point lead. It's 21-7 at the end of 3. 12 minutes between one of these teams playing on the Friday after Thanksgiving. It's a wonderful thing to practice on Thanksgiving morning. Both these teams know that feeling. One of these teams will meet Anderson County Alcoa at home next week. We'll know who that is in 12 minutes. The fourth quarter coming up. Greenville leading 21-7 after 3 as you listen to Green Devil football on WGRV, presented by Green Sports Zone online and driven by Gateway Ford Nissan.
At Marathon Quick Stop Markets, you'll find a company that realizes that our customers are our biggest assets. We are a locally owned company, proud to serve our community. So we do everything with you in mind. We clean and sanitize our stores, provide a well-lit, monitored area to keep you and your family safe. You can always expect a friendly staff and a large selection of products with weekly specials. Stop in at a nearby Marathon Quick Stop Market today.
This Black Friday, don't miss deals you'll only find once a year. Jim.
Relaxing comfort in a brand new Lazy Boy starting at only $4.99. Host a holiday in style with 25% off of dining sets.
Sleep better than ever on a Cover mattress and will include an adjustable base on regular mattress pricing.
Plus, find living room favorites at unbeatable prices. Recliners from $2.99, love seats $3.49, and sofas at $3.99.
Visit our Clearance Corner Mattress Gallery main showroom in the Town Square Shopping Center, downtown Greenville.
And see how fast and easy it is for yourself.
Empty backfield for Anderson County to start the third quarter. Pass right side, Jackson Price high, incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 15. Greenville leading 21-7, starting the fourth. Pat stats.
Through 3 quarters, the Green Devils on the ground, 40 rushes, 274 yards. Through the air, 3 of 5 passing, 116 yards. Total offense, 45 plays, 390 yards. For the Anderson County Mavericks, they're 12 rushes, 44 yards, 17 of 32 passing for 215 yards. Total offense, 44 plays, 259 yards. Green Devils penalized 9 times for 95 yards, AC 7 times for 50 yards. Greenville had the ball for 19 minutes and 45 seconds, AC 16 minutes and 15 seconds.
Anderson County doesn't have the right personnel. They have to take a timeout. We will as well. 5 seconds into the fourth quarter. Greenville leading 21-7. The Mavericks 2nd and 15 when we come back as you listen to Green Devil football on WGRV, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan.
Is coming, so don't wait to get your home ready for the cold with propane from Marsh Propane. Family owned and operated, Marsh Propane has been serving the region since 1966. Whether you're building a new home, switching over to gas heat, or just want to change your provider, Marsh Propane makes it fast and easy. Heating your home and water, cooking, or relaxing with your family, you'll never be let down by the dependability of gas. Fight the chill year-round with Marsh Propane. Service, safety, dependability.
Are on sale.
Back to Burley Stadium with the Anderson County Mavericks after the incomplete Have to call a timeout. Just 5 seconds into the fourth quarter. Greeneville leads 21-7. But the Mavericks trying to take advantage of the turnover. Have it 2nd and 15. The snap back. Gillum rolling out to his right, looking for a receiver. Goes downfield, overthrows the intended receiver, Braden Sharp, and that'll bring up 3rd and long. Kane Ricker is there defensively. Alcoa leading Red Bank 38-6, so Alcoa will be practicing on Thanksgiving Day, and we'll be watching to see whether they make a short trip to Clinton or a longer trip to Greeneville. 3rd down 15. A lot of that answer hinges on this play. And the next 11 minutes, 50 seconds. The loudest you will have heard Burley Stadium in a long time. Empty backfield for Gillum as he sends Thompson out slot right. Gillum takes the snap, setting up the pass, goes to the outside and overthrows his receiver Thompson, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down 15, and Jack Lister the 4th, we call him Quattro, out there with the defense.
They get the receiver outside. He gets matched up on the linebacker, and that's a look that they love. Their running back, the D1 running back, lined up on the linebacker, but Lister runs step for step for him, and Gillum just overthrew him just a little bit. He just couldn't get his hands up and get the hands on the ball.
Punt formation for the Mavericks. Snap back, punt away. Shanked, where is it blocked again? Jude Dyer, is that his 2nd block of the game? Jude Dyer.
Dyer was just coming from the outside. Wasn't really even trying to get there. And Anderson County just didn't step up and get him blocked. He gets a hand, just reaches a hand out, and he's able to deflect that football. And Greeneville will take over on the Anderson County side of the 50.
That's akin to the turnover that Greeneville had. It's a 15-yard punt, and they were in the 3rd and 15, so Greeneville gets it at the 49. Actually better than what Anderson County wound up with on that turnover, but Greeneville has to execute here. 11:37 left in the game. Greeneville up 21-7. Clarity to the near side. It's Baugh and a keeper to the outside. Wide open. He goes.
But there's a flag down.
Well, of course
behind it. It's about 4 yards down the field. I think that's going to be a hold on a wide receiver for the Green Devils.
Well, they know how to call a hold in Region 2. They should
Tri-County. I'm not sure where Tri-County is, but they're the screw goes out of Tri-County, and they have.
Well done by the Tri-County guys. They can teach the folks up here a thing or two about finding holds. So that big run by Baugh negated. In motion goes Taryn Clarity. It's 1st and 17. Begley's going to get the pitch, and he's going to lose 3. Dad, Jim, tonight I tell you what, easy. Every time Greeneville's had an opportunity, I won't say it's been taken away because they certainly have done the holds, and they did have the turnover, but Greeneville has met fortune with mistake most of the night. 2nd and 17 at their own 43. They blocked the punt and had it at the Anderson County 49. Pass out, right side, complete to the tight end. Colton Smith. Reese Russell is there, and now Greeneville's in a 3rd and 14.
Keep the clock running.
Leading by 14.
The Devils penalized 10 times, 105 yards. And it seems like everyone has took back a big play. Dumped it off out in the flats to the tight end on a little misdirection play, and a nice play by the safety came up and made a shoestring tackle.
Zayden wide right, ball looking to his left. He's got people open downfield. He's got Franklin. Oh, it's tipped right at the last second. Tipped away, Evan Pyatt. Great play by Pyatt. Saved a big catch.
Wow.
And it brings up 4th down.
Franklin's big night was about to get better. He had to go up in the air and had his hands out away from his body to make the catch. He makes it, but as the safety comes over, he is able to hit the football and knock it loose. Goes squirting away, and Greeneville has to punt it away on downs.
All they could manage there is to run a little over a minute off the clock and lose yardage. Anderson County will have Jason Thompson back to receive. The punt is away. Franklin, take a good roll. Take a sideways roll. It's down at the 20. So Anderson County will start 1st and 10 at their own 20. And they have been so close to so many big plays tonight that a 14-point lead with 10 points in the game is not enough.
You want to keep your safeties back, is what you feel like.
Well,
is what you feel like. They've been able to get a couple man coverages and thrown it over the top on deep post that have been there tonight. They connected on a couple more. AC might be in the lead right now, but they hit the one and have had multiple opportunities on the others.
1st and 10. Mavericks run a player on late. They only had 10 guys on the field. Now they have to get that player set. Plenty of time on the play clock to do so. Snap back, pitch left, Thompson. Trying to break around the end, cuts back to the inside and slung down forward. So get a couple of extra yards on the tackle by Coleman Kenny. And it'll be a 2nd down and 2. 2nd and 2 after the 8-yard gain. 9:36 left in the game.
AC averages 188 on the ground, 190 through the air tonight. 215 through the air, only 52 on the ground.
2nd down 2. As Gillum hands off Thompson. He's got the first Horizon 1st down, and he gets out of bounds out around the 34. 9:15 left in the game. You know, I'd like to see Anderson County go on about a 15-play, 8-minute drive here, Pat.
Or 9-minute and 15-second drive. Would it be even better? That resulted in a turnover
at the one.
At the
yeah.
one.
Greeneville up 21-7. I can't tell you many 14-point leads that have felt less like a 14-point lead. Here comes Gillum. He's going downfield looking for his man, and the catch is incomplete. Bounced off his numbers. Great defense, Zayden Anderson. Damian Lavelle was turned backwards to make the catch. In a difficult position to keep your balance and make. Wasn't like he was catching it in stride, and it goes incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
The University of Tennessee commit Zayden Anderson running step for step with him. Got his head turned around as the receiver went up. He's able to smack the ball out of his hands, knock it out of bounds. Incomplete pass brings up a 2nd and 10 for Anderson County.
Mavericks have Braden Sharp in slot left. He made a big catch in the first half to keep a drive alive. 2nd and 10. Anderson County needs the 44 for the 1st down. The pitch, Thompson on a sweep right. Oh, he gets free from Dyer. He's still on his feet, still fighting across the 40. He has the first Horizon 1st down as Dyer comes back to make the tackle along with Kane Rickard. He was dead to rights with no gain, and he gets 13 out of it. The first Horizon 1st down, Mavericks out at the 47. 8:50 left in the game. Greeneville up 21-7. 2 receivers left. One right is Lavelle. J.D. Gillum, the 6-foot freshman, with the snap, handoff. Thompson patiently looking for something to the outside, waiting for a block, runs into a bunch of black jerseys right at that 1st down marker. I think he should have a first Horizon 1st down out of it. Very close to it if he wasn't on it. He was right at that marker. 8:29 left in the game. How much time was there when they started this drive?
9:19, is that what? 9:56.
2nd and a yard. The Mavericks are at the Greeneville 43. Marcus Brown, tight end left. Jason Thompson goes out of the backfield. 5 wide. Gillum on 2nd and 1. Plenty of time. Goes deep. Looking for Braden Sharp. Braden Sharp at the 5. Touchdown, Braden Sharp. The Mavericks pull within 8 with 8:20 left in the game.
Got the look that they wanted. They got Greeneville completely spread out. Got the receiver on a linebacker with no safety help over the middle of the field. Dyer ran step for step for him, but as he turned to look for the football, lost his position with the receiver. He makes the catch behind him and takes it the distance for the touchdown, as Gillum finds him from 43 yards away, and Anderson County's pulled it within one score.
With the extra point try coming up and 8:20 left in the game, the kick is up and the kick is good. We're at 7 points now between Greeneville and Anderson County. The Devils with a 21-14 lead. Back with more as you listen to Green Devil football on WGRV, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan.
Know this, if you buy a certified pre-owned from Johnson City Toyota, you get a 12-month, 12,000-mile comprehensive warranty, complimentary oil changes, and a lifetime powertrain warranty. Plus, you get our Love It or Leave It 100% satisfaction guaranteed vehicle exchange policy. And in addition to that, every vehicle we sell comes with a vehicle history report, so the history is no mystery when you buy pre-owned from us. See our inventory and pricing at johnsoncitytoyota.com. That's johnsoncitytoyota.com.
See dealer for details.
Back at Burley Stadium, where the Green Devils lead is cut into by the Anderson County Mavericks. Richard Tipton gives us a Nick Hershey Cardinal Financial scoring recap.
Anderson County goes on a 1 minute, 36-second drive, 6 plays, 80 yards. Pass from Gillum to Sharp for the 43-yard touchdown. Extra point by Jackson Payne was good.
How many yards?
6 plays, 80 yards.
In how many minutes?
1 minute, 36 seconds.
Greeneville can't win the game if that happens again. It's a 21-14 precarious lead for the Green Devils. 8:20 left in the game. And Jackson Payne kicking it away. Zayden Anderson catches it in the end zone, so the Devils will have it 1st and 10 at the 20. Greeneville's yo-yoed themselves into this game not breaking it away. They get a gain, it comes back on a hold. If they get a gain, it comes back on a hold. They get a gain, it comes back on a hold.
Well, as we talk, penalties and turnovers, that's the two things that you can't do in playoff football games. Greeneville penalized now 10 times, 105 yards. Last drive looked like they were setting it up to go up 3 scores. Turned the ball over on a fumble while driving, and Anderson County is able to answer. Make it starting to be able to mix it up a little bit on the ground and through the air. Now 16 rushes, 81 yards on the ground, 18 of 37 passing, 258 for Anderson County total offense.
Begley stays in the backfield in motion. Comes Clarity to the short side of the field, and there's just nothing there for him, and that's going to bring up 2nd down and 6. Marcus Brown with the tackle. He and Davis, Marcus Brown and Marcus Davis double teaming on that tackle. And Davis a little slow to get up. It'll be 3rd and 5, a big 3rd down for the Green Devils. Anderson County had a couple of those in the first half. This will be a big one for the Devils to convert here with 7:15 left in the game, a game they only have a 7-point lead in, and Colton Smith has to come off for Mr. I like to call hold official says, I don't like knees either. I don't like holding, and I don't like knees. So you go off the field.
This is about the biggest play of the game. 3rd down and 5, and you just had to send your tight end out. And Greenville's been successful running the football because they're tight end.
Clarity in motion, stops, comes back to this side. Now he goes to the other side, and the pass goes to Clarity, but it's tipped. That Jim.
Boy, that was there. It was set up beautifully as Greenville faked the handoff to Begley, pulled it. They had Clarity come on motion, was dumping it off to him out in the flats, and he was going to pick up the 1st down. But as he's throwing it, Anderson County gets a hand on the football, deflects it. Clarity ends up making the reception, but he had to dive for it. Instead of being able to advance it and pick up the 1st down, it's a punt for the Green Devils.
I think it was Christian Brown that made that play, made that tip, and that disrupted it, and Greeneville will punt it away on 4th down. 6 minutes left to go in this game, 21-14. The Mavericks are about to get it back with good field position. Punt is away. Jackson Thompson watches it roll from the 40 down to the 37. It'll be down there. So the Anderson County Mavericks on their last drive took less than 2 minutes to go, longer than that to score. and make it a 7-point game. Now we're under 6 minutes to go in this game, and it's a 1-score lead for the Devils.
Feels an awful
Don't
lot like
like
that Alcoa game that watched. Anderson County was down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. They score, able to get the ball back and score again to win it.
The mist starts to fall as Gillum and company come back out on the field. Jason Thompson at running back, 3 receivers left. Anderson County starting at their own 37. In motion comes Sharp. Gillum throws it to Thompson. There we go.
Thank you. Boy, everybody
so the
on the
official
Greenville
that always calls the hold refuses to call the hold this time, so his other compatriot says, okay, I'll call it.
Yeah, it was. They grabbed a handful of Maddox Bishop, and they turned his shoulders as he was coming to the outside from his safety position to cut that ball back to the middle of the field. He gets turned in the open field. That's an easy call. Everybody on the Greeneville sidelines erupted.
Yep. The only guy that didn't see it is the only guy that's seen all the other holds tonight. But that's why you have multiple officials, Pat, to make up for when you can't see that far.
That's a B flat, Ron.
It's a gain of 3, but a loss of 10 on the penalty. Makes it a 1st and 17. 5:39 left in the game. Anderson County back at their 32. Greeneville up by 7. Gillum with the snap rolls out to his left, looking to pass. He's got a man open on the sideline. Now he's got a man open middle of the field. Pyatt makes the catch. Gillum looks off of Price, finds Pyatt in the middle of the field, down at the Greeneville 35-yard line, a 33-yard pickup, and the Anderson County Mavericks have it at the Greeneville 35 with 5:18 left in the game.
Yeah, we've left Clarity on an island all night without safety help on deep post. And the receiver just got to the inside of him. The quarterback did a great job of leading him to the inside, away from the defender. Clarity makes a stop as soon as he pulls the reception in, but it's got Anderson County down in Greeneville territory.
First horizon, first down for the Mavericks. Handoff Thompson. Starts right, cuts left. Begler with the tackle. And Coleman Kenny. It'll be only a 1-yard gain. And it'll be 2nd and 9. Now the clock, start watching it a little bit more. 4:38 left in the game. 2 timeouts for Greeneville, 2 timeouts for Anderson County. It's a 1-score game. It's a score and an extra point game. Anderson County taking their time with this, looking to the sideline, still getting the play. 14 seconds on the play clock. 2 receivers to the near side will be Keyshawn Mills and Evan Pyatt. Damian Lavelle will line up in tight left. 0 seconds on the play clock, but they get the snap off. Lavelle on the reverse. And Greeneville's Maddox Bishop stayed home. What a play, Maddox Bishop. It keeps the clock rolling. It makes it 3rd down for the Mavericks.
Great job by Maddox Bishop. He read it. They ran the reverse. The quarterback comes out, and he's a lead blocker on the play, but Maddox Bishop comes from deep safety position, comes flying up and makes that stop to make it a 3rd and 7.
So a big 3rd down for the Mavericks with 3:37 left in the game, down by 7. 16 seconds on the play clock. Gillum looks to the sideline for the call. He's got 3 receivers right. 3 receivers left. 1 to the right is Damian Lavelle. Shifts Thompson to his right. Still looking for the sideline. 0 on the play clock and a timeout at the last second by head coach Davey Gillum. So the Mavericks left with 1 timeout, 3:18 left in this game, and a 3rd down coming up in 4-down territory in a 1-score game. We're back right after this.
Can you feel it? Hear it. It's all around you. It's the air we share. At Daikin, the world's #1 air conditioning company, we're pioneering technologies to perfect and protect the air that connects us all. Even now, we're working towards reducing our carbon emissions to net zero by 2050, while developing new ways to make the air indoors perfect.
Air Pro Heating and Cooling is your local authorized dealer of Daikin Heating and Air Solutions. 639-5557.
Biggest third down of the season for the Mavericks. They have it 3rd and 7 at the Greeneville 32. 3:18 left in this game, and they are down by 7.
Boy, Greeneville was up, and they were in press coverage, and Trevor Wright signaled in and got him out of it. And as Gillum was trying to check into another call, that's when the clock ran out, and they had to use it, their timeout.
Gillum takes a snap, sends everybody. Throws downfield. Not well thrown, tipped, incomplete. Didn't pick it off. Kane Ricker having a great night. He and Tegan Begley are back there, and it will be 4th down for the Mavericks.
But they went for the home run. If Gillum looks out in the flats, he had his running back wide open. There was nobody with him. He could have dumped it off. They would have picked up 30 yards, not a touchdown. But they went for the big play, took the front pylon, and Greeneville had double coverage on it.
So this could be the season for the Mavericks. They switch everybody around on a trick play. 4th and 7 for the Mavericks. They're down by 7. And we get a timeout by Greeneville. So what Anderson County did, they shifted their 2 ends on the right to the left and their 2 ends on the left to the right, and had everybody going everywhere and all kinds of confusion. And Pat, with 3:11 left in the game, I know if you're Greeneville, you'd like to have that timeout, but you sure don't want to give up this 4th down here. This is as big for Greeneville season as it is Anderson County season, this 4th down play here.
For Greeneville, they've had Zayden Anderson rotating with wherever Lavelle has the number 1 wide receiver for Anderson County all night. They've had him playing him all night, and they ran the shift. Greeneville got a little bit out of sorts on defense when they did the shift and burned a timeout to bring up the 4th down and 7. But as you said, this is the play of the year.
3:11 left in this quarterfinal game. The winner will host Alcoa next week. Greeneville 21, Anderson County 14. The Mavericks at the Greeneville 32. They have to get to the 25. Gillum with 2 receivers left, 2 to the right, sends a man in motion. Thompson in the backfield, now 3 receivers left. Gillum, empty backfield, is going to pass. Play action. Here comes the rush. The pass across the middle. Catch made down at the 22-yard line. A First Horizon first down for Braden Sharp.
Had coverage by Begley and Ricker in the middle of the field. The receiver just made a play. The quarterback scrambled, got out. He saw his receiver dragging over the middle. Through.
Price makes the play. A 1st and goal for the Mavericks. A 15-yard pickup. They're at the 7-yard line with 2:39 left in the game, in Greeneville with a 7-point lead. The clock rolls after the first down marker is set. 1 timeout for each team.
Clarity read the play, broke on it, thought he was going to get an interception. The receiver makes the play on it.
Thompson, the handoff up the middle, looking for daylight. He's found it. Touchdown, Anderson County. Jason Thompson gets in from 7 yards out, and the Mavericks are a point away from tying up the state quarterfinals with 2:18 left in the game.
They've hung around all night. Got an opportunity to tie it up, and they go on a beautiful 8-play drive that gets them into the end zone with 2:18 to go. Only thing, if you're a Green Devil supporter, you're happy they left you 2:18 to see if you can drive it.
Big extra point try for Jackson Payne to tie the game. A good snap, a good hold. The kick is up. It's low, but it's good. And we're tied at 21-21. 2:18 left in the state quarterfinals. Back with more as you listen to Green Devil football on WGRV and on Green Sports Zone, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan.
When people think of Roto-Rooter, they typically think plumbing and water cleanup. They wouldn't be wrong, but there's also more to the picture. We do a little of this, we do a little of that. We clean things up and we check things out. Yeah, we may do both, but we also do a whole lot more. Roto-Rooter, yeah, we do that too.
Message is brought to you by Roto-Rooter.
Back at Burley Stadium, where we are tied with 2:18 left in the game. Richard Tipton gives us a Nick Hershey Cardinal Financial scoring recap.
Anderson County goes on an 8-play, 61-yard drive, taking 3 minutes and 33 seconds from the clock. Had a rush by Thompson for the 7-yard touchdown. Extra point by Payne was good.
Greeneville and Anderson County have met in 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. They didn't meet in 2021. They met in 2022, 23, and 24. Each team has been winning the home games. Anderson County hasn't won here at Burley Stadium since 2005, but we're tied up with 2:18 in the game. And Greeneville on the return. Out to the 25, to the 30, still on his feet, 35, 40, 45, 50. On the return is Taryn Clarity, and he sets Greeneville up with great field position on the return. 1st and 10 for the Green Devils. With 2:10 left in the game, they'll have a short field to work with, and Clarity was half a step from breaking that for a score.
They've kicked away from Zayden Anderson all night. They've dumped it off to Clarity a couple of times. He's able to break one out to the 35 earlier tonight. That time he breaks it out and gets it down to the 48-yard line of Anderson County. Greeneville with a great field goal kicker. He's made one from this far from the Devil Head in practice.
A 41-yard return by Taryn Clarity. Tegan Begley in at running back. 1st and 10 for the Green Devils at the 47. Begley the handoff, short side of the field. Stays on his feet, dives forward across the 45 down to the 43. Gets about 6 yards on that. That's what the Devils needed.
But they did need a positive play on 1st down. Begley was hit around the line of scrimmage, but he's so strong, so big, so strong. Kept those legs churning. He falls forward for 4.
1:49 left in the game. Same set. Short side of the field is the near side. Baugh keeps. Baugh looking for a first horizon first down. On his feet. Still fighting down to the 30. He's got the first down with 1:36. He's still on his feet in the pile. Pushes to the 26. Caden Baugh, first down. 18 on the carry, the last 8. He did it with 10 guys on his back. It's a first horizon first down for the Green Devils. Dylan Hartman, Caden Cox, Zorian Harris pushed the pile forward, and the Devils have it at the 26 with 1:23 left in the game.
Great hustle by the offensive line for Greeneville getting down and pushing that pile.
In motion goes Clarity from left to right. Hand off Begley. Short side of the field. He's got a seam. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. He's in the end zone. Touchdown. Tegan Begley with 1:05 left in the game. The Devils go on a march, and they take the lead. 27-21 with 1:05 left in the game. But Anderson County has John David Gillum at quarterback, and he can move that team down the field just as quickly as Greeneville just did.
When Taryn Clarity went down on the play, and a couple of Green Devils had to carry him off. He doesn't look like he may be coming back. He was injured on the play. What a run by Begley. Begley gets it to the outside, runs through a tackle, goes the distance from 26 yards away to put the Green Devils ahead.
The extra point kick is up and good. It's a 7-point game. 1:05 left, but it is nowhere near over. Both fans have a lot to be excited about in the last 3 minutes of this game, but we've got 1:05 left to play. Greeneville 28, Anderson County 21. Back with more as you listen to Green Devil football on WGRV and watch it on greensportszone.com.
Life is full of changes, and oftentimes, change brings uncertainty or fear of the unknown. At Hometown Realty of Greeneville, we have rolled with the changes for 20 years with you. One thing that will never change is our unwavering dedication to our clients and our love for this community that we all call home. Our family of realtors have the knowledge and experience for you to put your trust in them. If you haven't experienced the Hometown Realty difference, make that change today. Hometown Realty of Greeneville, 639-2345.
As the Norfolk Southern 938 makes its way past the Greeneville Depot, the Green Devils take a 28-21 lead with 1:05 left in the game. Richard Tipton gives us a Nick Hershey Cardinal Financial scoring recap.
Green Devils scoring drive, 3 plays, 48 yards. Took 1 minute, 13 seconds from the clock. Rushed by Tegan Begley for a 26-yard touchdown, and the extra point by Samuel Gorley was good.
Kick coverage will be key here. A touchback by Gorley would be even better. 1:05 left. What set Greeneville's drive up was a great return by Taryn Clarity. You don't want Anderson County to have that same opportunity, but it will be returnable by Thompson. He's got trouble over there and gets out to the 26, makes a little something happen. So Anderson County has 57 seconds, 1 timeout, but they've got a freshman who you're going to get sick and tired of hearing about, J.D. Gillum. If he's going to be one of those players you hear and you'll think, is he playing for 6 years? Because as a freshman, he has played outstanding despite having a broken collarbone in the first game. He worked his way back in. His coach said he would have played that next week after the surgery if they'd let him. But he's been in the last 5 weeks, and all he's done is led them to a win over Alcoa and kept them in this game tonight, and he is certainly capable of the big plays. 1st and 10 Mavericks, down by 7, empty backfield for Gillum. Here comes the pass in the middle of the field. That's been there all night. Evan Pyatt makes the catch. Pyatt on his feet at the 40. Pyatt fights out to the 49. Finally brought down, but it's a 21-yard pickup for Evan Pyatt from John David Gillum.
Boy, how big is it that Clarity was able to come back in the game? The way he left the field on that touchdown run, I thought Greeneville secondary is really going to be hurting. He makes his way back in, but they attack the middle of the field. What a great catch and run after the catch to get Anderson County down to the 50 with 48 seconds to go. They have a player pull up with cramps. And that counts as a timeout.
They're not here. Yeah. That play, that one play right there changes the complexion of the rest of this game more than maybe the next 2 or 3 do. If you ran it on that and didn't get anything, you use a lot of time off the clock. If it's incomplete, you're in a 2nd and 10 back inside your own 30. Now you're out at 49. A lot of different options for the Mavericks now.
Greeneville just yelled for Jordan Mills to get up, get loose. He's standing around the huddle. Haven't seen him that much tonight. He's played well this season when needed.
Jordan will put a pop on
you.
Number
will.
41, watch him if he's out there. They're still stretching out the Anderson County player with a cramp. 48 seconds left in the game. I think both teams need and appreciate this moment to take a beat. It's as good as a timeout for both teams. Lets them both strategize a little bit.
Anderson County with 1 timeout remaining. Greeneville 1 timeout remaining. Anderson County with the ball at midfield.
Greeneville up by 7, 48 seconds left in the game. The Mavericks 1st and 10 at their 49. Gillum out of the shotgun, has a running back, Thompson, next to him. They wind the clock.
And they start the game
clock. They didn't start the game clock right away, but they should have. Gillum, quick pass left, Jason Thompson with the catch, with a 1st down and out of bounds at the 39. That stops the clock. Bounds, 33 seconds left in the game. That stops the clock. Greeneville up by 7, 28-21. State quarterfinals. The winner hosts Alcoa next week. Thompson shifts out of the backfield. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. A high snap over Gillum's head. He has to go back and fall on it. Back at the 42. That will cost them time and a timeout and distance. And the Mavericks have to use their last timeout with 28 seconds left in the game. The snap came back high over Gillum's head. He loses 17 yards going back, but he covers it. Saves the possession, but it will be 1st and 30-something, and the 2nd and 37. The distance, or the down number is less, even the distance, Pat. You've got 28 seconds left in the game now, and
wow.
That's big.
Gillum is 6 feet. I don't care if he was 6'9". He wasn't catching it. I don't care if he was Shaq standing back there. That ball was snapped well over his head. Had to go back and fall on it. And as you said, brings up now a 2nd down of 39 yards to go with only 28 seconds remaining.
And so much fewer options now for Anderson County. A 2nd down from their own 43. They have to get to the Greeneville 29. No timeouts. They can't stay in bounds here.
Well, we can't get caught without safety help in the middle of the field.
Greeneville's a little confused on defense. Gillum takes a snap, looking to his right. He passes. It's intercepted. Intercepted. Taryn Clarity. Clarity on the return at the 30. at the 25 and the 20, at the 15, 10, 5, into the end zone. Taryn Clarity on the pick. It's his 8th interception of the season. There is a flag on the play. The touchdown won't stand, but that won't matter. The interception will. And the Devils will have a 7-point lead and the ball with 14 seconds left in the game. A hold. You got to be kidding me. A hold. Another one. Same guy.
Wait, hold on. Is this going to be before the interception? Is this going to be... I don't know. Greenville celebrating, but let's see. Is it on the return or is it on...
Well, now I'll tell you this.
First down.
It is a first down for the Green Devils.
Had to wait. Didn't know if they called defensive holding on a defensive back returning. But Gillum gets out of the pocket. He has to make a play. Only 28 seconds to go in the game. Off target a little bit on the move. He hit number 5, Clarity, right in the chest with the football. Clarity moves into a tie for second all-time single-season interception record with his 8th interception on the season. But bigger than that, he sets Greenville up for the victory.
I've never seen that many people back to protect the quarterback as Baugh takes the snap and takes a knee. And the Anderson County Mavericks show again why they are such a tough opponent and why they are such a respected opponent as another classic game between the Green Devils and the Anderson County Mavericks.
Keep your helmet on.
28.
It's getting a little... The handshake line is not going as expected.
No, that didn't work well there at the end. They had some words exchanged, and the officials kept the teams from shaking hands. Now we're making friends again. Greenville winning 28-21. We're going to talk about our great real estate and auction player or players of the game. I think there are multiple ones that deserve some recognition for their play tonight in this quarterfinal game. The Green Devils will be at home next Friday night. They will practice on Thanksgiving. It's a wonderful thing to come here at Burley Stadium on Thanksgiving morning and watch the turkey trot that supports the Greene County Schools Education Foundation. You can still sign up for that. And then watch the Green Devils practice. Practicing on Thanksgiving it's rarefied air. Not many teams get to do it. The Mavericks came so close tonight. But the Green Devils get the 28-21 win over Anderson County with the interception to end the game. Taryn Clarity sealing the victory for the Green Devils. In the state quarterfinals, 28-21 over Anderson County. A break, back with more as you listen to Green Devil football on WGRV, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan.
Hey, Rich, would you give me Franklin's?
Did you know switching to Blossman Gas and Appliance in Greenville is easier and friendlier than ever? At Blossman, we'll swap out your competitor's propane tank for free, delivering and installing your new tank with zero hassle. Want a new gas stove, water heater, fireplace, or generator? We'll deliver and install gas appliances too, safely, efficiently, and with care. Since 1951, our family-owned service brings comfort, reliability, and personalized support from ours to yours. Call 828-682-2118 today and experience the Blossman Gas difference in Greenville and surrounding areas.
Life moves fast. Your internet should too. GEA Fiber is built for Greene County by people who live here. GEA Connect delivers lightning-fast internet for work, play, and everything in between. No gimmicks, no surprises, just hometown internet that works. GEA Fiber. Get connected. Connecting you to what matters.
Because it can be installed over many surfaces, including concrete, wood, tile, and more. Not only that, but it's durable, waterproof, scratch-resistant, affordable, and it has a ton of styles to choose from. Be wowed by seeing my Popsy at Terry's Flooring on Kaiser Boulevard.
Back at Burley Stadium on this quarterfinal night where the Greeneville Green Devils get a 28-21 lead over Anderson County, and exactly the kind of game you would expect between these two programs. Anderson County has built themselves into the premier football team in 4A, one of them certainly in the Knoxville region. They gave Alcoa their first conference loss in over a decade to take the number one seed going into the playoffs. They do it behind a freshman quarterback who had a broken collarbone in the first game of the season. They rebound from a regular season conference loss to Gibbs and come back to take the number one seed in the playoffs. And again, you would have expected nothing less than an epic battle between these two teams. And a back and forth game, not score-wise, but emotion and momentum-wise. But the Green Devils make the final play to make it a 28-21 victorious night for the Green Devils. You're listening to the B. Wilson Insurance post-game show. We'll talk about the game right after this from B. Wilson.
Hey neighbors, it's B. Wilson with B. Wilson Insurance. We had major changes to our prescription drug plans in 25, and more changes are coming in 2026. Whether it's a standalone drug plan or an Advantage plan with drug coverage included, you need to schedule a time to review these changes so you won't be shocked come January. Call today and schedule your free review at 525-4149. You'll be glad you did.
Pat, if I'd known, I would have taken a double dose of blood pressure medicine this morning. Yeah, you know, this is, again, you wouldn't expect anything less of this third-round game and of this opponent than a game with this level of excitement. And for Greeneville to come up with a 28-21 win, third round of the playoffs, a battle all night, back and forth, emotion-wise and motivation-wise, even though the Devils maintained a lead all night. They couldn't get that separation. Anderson County kept staying in it. They were so close to so many big plays, but it just broke Greeneville's way tonight.
Boy, you talk about two programs that are just neck and neck each year going at it, and such respect for the Anderson County Mavericks. They came in here as a couple of the best games that we've seen here at Bourbon. They're able to make it a 21-21 game with 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go, but the Green Devils answer with a three-play 48-yard drive. And on a year that Anderson County team changed completely when Knox Bearden fired their coach, and so many players transferred from Bearden, a team that was in the third round of the playoffs last year, didn't win a game this year. If that tells you how much talent left their school and came over to Clinton, to Anderson County. It was the transfer from Dobbins-Bennett, Begley, that has the 26-yard touchdown run, carries the ball tonight 21 times, 114 yards. Just an incredible night for the senior to go out and have his breakout game in the backfield.
Let's talk about the great real estate and auction player of the game. Bill Brown and his team have experienced agents, and they prove time again why they are a great choice when it comes to buying and selling your home, staging it, or the auction of personal property or estates. Bill Brown, a great real estate and auction, the player of the game. And Pat, there's about three names and three groups of players that we could name tonight to do so. So give me a name, let's talk about it, and then we'll talk about some more.
Well, we'll go right to Begley. 21 rushes, 114 yards and a touchdown, and the job that he did on defense as well, shutting down Anderson County's rushing attack. Running back had over 1,700 yards, averaged 10 yards per carry. Carries it 17 times tonight. Does Jason Thompson. 17 rushes, 92 yards, and 2 scores. But a good job by the Greenville defense of hemming him up.
I'll take that one. I'll add to it Taryn Clarity. Clarity with a big return on the kickoff that got Greenville set up at the 49 that led to their lead extending score, and then comes in with the interception. And you know, we've talked about Taryn all season. He's such a selfish player. He just wants that ball, and it's even when it's not our turn to have that ball, Taryn goes out and hits it and brings it back.
And what a great job he did on returning that, getting the key interception to lock the game away. Taryn Clarity is a ball hawk. They carried him off the field on the touchdown run by Begley, and he comes back 2 plays later and has the interception to seal the deal. Taryn Clarity, absolutely, and an honorable mention to Cole Franklin. Cole has 3 catches, 116 yards, and a touchdown receiving tonight, and he also punted the ball 4 times, averaging 42 yards a punt, but 3 of those punts were down inside the 20-yard line and 1 of them down at the 1-yard line on a season. And if you've ever been a kicker or a punter at Greenville High, you know you don't get on the field punting a whole lot. Not a whole lot of game film that goes out on those long snaps or on those punting teams. He only punted 6 times all season, but tonight when the Green Devils needed him, when the offense couldn't keep it churning all night long. What a great job Franklin did punting, averaging 42 yards a punt and 3 down inside the 20.
Okay, that's your third player of the game. I'll pitch out there. Bishop Merriweather, Dylan Hartman, Caden Cox, Lath Ivy, and Zorian Harris. And then we'll get to Caden Baugh. And I say them first because when Caden was down for no gain, it turns out into a 13-yard gain because the work doesn't stop with those guys. And they made the difference when Greenville was trying to run to the inside tonight, even when it wasn't successful. You keep pounding that rock. Those 5 linemen and the subs there did such a fantastic job tonight.
They're going to be some sore puppies tomorrow. I can tell you that Glenn may have his hands full because those guys laid it all out on the line tonight. They stayed out on the field, a lot of them playing on both sides, and gutted it out on the night that wasn't sure at halftime how much offense was going to be out there. Greenville makes a little change and gets out of the 4 wide receiver set. They go with 3 wide receiver and bring in a tight end, and boy, did that make a difference. Greenville had only rushed the ball for 22 times, 96 yards in that first half. They end up 46 carries, 327 yards for the game in rushing. Just a nice adjustment by the coaching staff in making that change, and what a great job by the offensive line and Colton Smith, the tight end, doing a great job of blocking in that second half.
Can't underestimate the importance of special teams with Samuel. I almost called him Coleman. That's post-game, so it doesn't count. Samuel Gorley, 4 of 4 on his point afters tonight. Had the touchbacks to start the game when Greenville needed it to take away that return possibility by Anderson County. I don't. Everybody.
Nobody played back. That's what you're going to say. Well, everybody stepped up, and it was a complete team effort tonight for the Green Devils to get a victory against just a powerful football team, a great team, well coached, a lot of good athletes, and Coach Gillum called it early on. He said, "Hey, we lost our freshman quarterback week 2. He was out, and our passing game's a little bit behind what Greenville's seasoned passing attack is, and they had some long throws that were open. I mean, they had some deep posts with no safety there that were open, that were just a half step overthrown or not caught. Had one wide open there at the 20-yard line that the receiver just started battling himself as the ball was in the air and couldn't make the reception. It was going to be a wide open touchdown. So just a little bit of tough luck for Anderson County, but man, I hate to see a Gillum kid for the next 3 years. He is an athlete, a quarterback, and what a team they're going to have in the future.
I'll give you one more name for player of the game. That'll be Gary Terry, the athletic director for Anderson County. We are very rarely felt as welcomed as any place as we are at Anderson County. Gary Terry has always made us welcome down there, always had a place for us and the team and the hospitality. Despite the rivalry between the two teams, Gary, a huge part of that, battling cancer, but with the team here tonight and missed a lot of the school year. His dad was here. His dad's here with him tonight. So a shout out and certainly all of our thoughts and prayers and best wishes for Gary Terry, the athletic director at Anderson County. I texted him before they were off the field of the Alcoa game, telling him what a great job that was by Anderson County.
On a season that we've seen everything, that a lot of places we went, we got set up in a baseball stadium one time across from the football field. We've been set up on a
deer stand.
We've been set up on a couple of places with a card table out in the stands and told good luck. Hope it doesn't rain on you. And
we got almost charged for parking at Volunteer.
Yes, exactly. And but anytime we've been to Anderson County, and it's always a huge game. It's always a TV game. There's always a ton of media there. He has made sure that we had a place that we were taken care of, and has done an exceptional job of getting this stuff. Just heart goes out to him. Hope he gets healthy, and say a prayer for him. And what a great guy he is, and we hope he gets well, and we continue this battle for many years.
28-21, your final score here at Burley Stadium. One final break. When we come back, we'll look at the statistics from tonight's game. On this winning night in the state quarterfinals, the Green Devils on to the Final Four. They beat Anderson County tonight, 28-21. Back to wrap things up right after this 2-minute break.
Community minded, just like you. Community minded, that's for sure, it's true.
You care about the future of this community. You grew up here. You've raised a family here. Your life is here. So is ours. Greeneville Federal Bank, member FDIC. Banking made easy.
Community minded, just like you.
Surprise someone with the Big Green Egg Grill this holiday season from Ace Hardware. Save $150 on the large egg package and $200 on the extra large egg package, valid November 19th through December 24th. Also save 20% on Big Green Egg accessories, sauces, and rubs from now until Christmas Eve. See store for details. Savings on in-stock items only. Happy holidays from your neighbors at Ace, the helpful place, 1023 West Main Street in Greeneville.
Winter is coming, so don't wait to get your home ready for the cold with propane from Marsh Propane. Family owned and operated, Marsh Propane has been serving the region since 1966. Whether you're building a new home, switching over to gas heat, or just want to change your provider, Marsh Propane makes it fast and easy. Heating your home and water, cooking, or relaxing with your family, you'll never be let down by the dependability of gas. Fight the chill year-round with Marsh Propane. Service, safety, dependability.
At Food City, we make it easy for you to shop your way. Order online and pick it up curbside, or have it delivered straight to your door with Instacart or DoorDash. Nobody does food like Food City. And now, get it straight from our doors to yours.
On how we
over the Anderson County Mavericks, they will advance to the state semifinals where they will host Alcoa next Friday night. The Tornadoes, a 38-13 winner over Red Bank. Let's look at the final stats from tonight's game with Richard Tipton.
Final stats tonight: Green Devils went 7 of 10 passing, with one of those being a touchdown for 113 yards. On the ground, 46 rushing attempts for 327 yards. Had one fumble and lost it. 17 first downs, 56 total offensive plays for 440 yards. Anderson County passing 23 of 44, one interception and one touchdown for 351 yards, 21 rushing attempts for 76 yards, one fumble but recovered. Total of 22 first downs, 65 offensive plays for 427 yards. Penalties tonight: Devils were penalized 11 times for 115 yards. 8 penalties, 60 yards for Anderson County. Total time of possession, Green Devils had the ball for 25 minutes and 22 seconds. Anderson County, 22 minutes, 38 seconds. Individual stats tonight. Quarterback Caden Ball, 6 of 9 passing for 118 yards with 1 touchdown. Receiving, Cole Franklin, 3 catches, 116 yards with a touchdown. Taryn Clarity, 2 catches for -1 yard. Colton Smith, 1 catch for 3 yards. Rushing, Tegan Begley, 21 rushes for 114 yards with 1 touchdown. Caden Ball, 17 rushes, 141 yards, 1 touchdown. Jude Dyer, 5 rushes, 54 yards with 1 touchdown. Maddox Bishop, 2 rushes for 19 yards. Samuel Gorley, 1 rush for -1 yard. Kicking tonight, Samuel Gorley, 4 of 4 extra points, 5 kickoffs for 292 yards, with 2 of those being touchbacks for 58.4 yards per kick. Cole Franklin punting, 4 punts for 168 yards, averaging 42 yards a punt, 3 of those being inside the 20. And kick returning, Taryn Clarity had 3 kick returns for 77 yards, averaging 25.7 yards on a kick return. Individual stats tonight for Anderson County. J.D. Gillum, 23 of 44 passing for 351 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Receiving, Braden Sharp, 5 catches for 84 yards with a touchdown. Jason Thompson, 5 catches for 44 yards. Damian Lavelle, 4 catches for 96 yards. Evan Pyatt, 2 catches for 56 yards. Gabe St. John, 2 catches for 32 yards. Jackson Price, 2 catches for 21 yards. Marcus Brown, 2 catches for 12 yards. Keyshawn Mills, 1 catch for 6 yards. Rushing, Jason Thompson, 17 rushing attempts for 92 yards and 2 touchdowns. Marcus Brown, 1 rush for 3 yards. J.D. Gillum, 1 rush for -3 yards. And Damian Lavelle, 1 rush for 2 yards. Kicking, Jackson Payne, 3 of 3 on extra points, 4 kickoffs, 1 of those being a touchback, 218 yards, averaging 54.5 yards per kick. Punting, Jackson Payne had 6 punts with averaging 27.2, 2 of those being blocked. And punt returning, Jason Thompson, 1 punt return for 11 yards. And Jason Thompson, 2 kick returns for 34 yards.
Looking at the scores in the brackets right now, Alcoa winning over Red Bank 38-13, so Greeneville will host them here at Burley Stadium next Friday night. Pearl Cone was leading Marshall County 19-0 at halftime. Pearl Cone would have been favored in that game to advance. And Springfield and South Gibson, middle of the 4th quarter. Springfield has a 1-point lead in that game. It looks like they went for 2. And they lead it 15-14. Springfield 15, South Gibson 14 with 4:39 left in that game. So the western side of the bracket not quite set. Pearl Cone, again, a 19-point lead in that game. Springfield holding on to a 1-point lead with less than 5 minutes left in that game. We will have those scores and all of the brackets coming up on the morning after show tomorrow with Greeneville head coach Eddie Spradlin. But Pat Crum, you'll have to eat your turkey a little later on Thanksgiving. It's always a good day to come to Burley Stadium and watch the team practice on a Thursday, Thanksgiving morning.
Look forward to it every year. They get the turkey trot takes off, and everybody running around here. The stadium's packed, and the Devils get out on the field as it ends and get practice in. It's fun time to come watch.
Thanks to Matthew Palazzo tonight and Tyler Nichols with Green Sports Zone for the production up here on our video. Thanks to Green Media, operated by Nate L. with the Greeneville City School System and the program that he and his students have built here. They are the ones that are responsible for the video that you see on the Jumbotron and that you saw tonight. We will request permission from the TSSAA to do the game next week. We won't know the answer to that until about Wednesday. If they so grant us, then we'll do a video game next Friday night, and you can watch that semifinal game. But we won't know till the middle of the week, but we will certainly ask. and hopefully we can. Thanks to the over 40,000 people that tuned in across our platforms tonight in one shape, way, or form to watch this on YouTube and on Facebook. And thanks to those who tuned in by the thousands on the radio tonight. There is still power in local broadcasting, and there is still fans of high school football. And tonight they watched the Greeneville Green Devils beat the Anderson County Mavericks 28-21. Be sure to tune in tomorrow morning at 8:15 on 99.5 FM WGRV and at WGRV.com for the morning after show as we look back at tonight's game with Greeneville head coach Eddie Spradlin. Thanks to Pat Crum, Richard Tipton, your station producer and scoreboard host this year, Jeff Moore. Thanks to the sponsors who make the broadcast possible, and thanks most of all to you for listening and watching. The playoffs continue here at Burley Stadium next Friday night with the Devils hosting Alcoa. A win next week would advance the Devils to the state championship game in Chattanooga in December. Kickoff next Friday night, 7 o'clock. We'll be on the air early with our pregame coverage next Friday night. But once again, on this winning night from Burley Stadium, your final score, Greeneville 28, Anderson County 21.